is what you need. True crime stories, secrets they'll feed. Say that gossip and political heat. I said what I said, bring to me. Truth comes, but we're never late. Yeah, diamond stories is our fate. Oh no, welcome to a place where voices speak. Tune in now, indulge every week. Who's in the spotlight? Who took the fall? We got the scoops, we cover it all. From high society to those who recall. I said when I said stories that will enthrall. Yeah, truth turns far, we're never late. Oh, no stone unturned, we're here to relate. Well, what's your name? Welcome to the channel, it's a bubble streak. Subscribe and join the town every week. Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Truth Telling Squad. How is everybody doing tonight? Hold on one sec. Let me get rid of this. My mistake. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing great. Um, I'm doing okay. I don't like this new time. I hate it when the new time start, right? And it comes to me, in my opinion, it comes earlier and earlier every year. It's like they just can't wait to change the time up to make people, go faster. Now, if you're working, I know that's probably, a plus for you, right? But, since I don't work anymore, I don't like it when they change the time. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to get my call queued up here. I closed my computer out and I didn't have it ready. And I wanted to have it ready before I get started. But back to this time crap. It seemed like the more time go by, and I don't know if it's just me or, or the fact that I'm getting older or whatever. I don't know. And also put a one in the chat if you can hear me, because I want to make sure you guys can hear me. I think you can because I can hear myself on the headset, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can hear me. But it's like they can't wait to turn the time back, and when they do that, thank you, Shelly C. So you guys can hear me. That's great. But when they do that, that messes your body up. When they mess with the time like that, and yeah, it's great and fantastic to get off work earlier and faster, but in the long run, it make us sick. It makes us more unhealthy when they mess that time up like that, because first of all, you lose an hour of sleep, and it makes you go faster during the day, and sometimes it can speed it speeds your body chemistry up too much. And I really wish that they would just leave it like on the winter time, because that's the time that give you time to get everything done that you want to get done, and so that you don't feel like you're so rushed, because when they spring it forward, for me it makes me feel like I'm being rushed. But I'll digress on that. um Let me turn my phone on mute here so that I won't get any interruptions. Now, I only had one call today, but watch and see. Everybody will start trying to call me since I'm trying to be online. That's how it goes. Everybody want to call and contact you when you're busy. When you're not doing anything, you don't hear from anybody. So let me go ahead and speak to everybody that's in the chat. And once again, thank you everybody for being here. And if you haven't hit the like button, would you please do that for me, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. So let me just go ahead and speak to everybody, and then we'll get started on the um on the calls. And I'm gonna just tell you what I felt like, what I'm deciding to do with the calls, because I know you guys probably have already heard the calls from other channels. So I didn't really want to do the last, two calls that's been done, the two that I missed. And I'll get back to them, probably after you guys forget about what's going on. Then I like to bring it back up, because it seems like it's so much going on. Sometimes we forget what these calls are about, right? And so I decided that I wanted to do what I call the Dre and Buckwheat Chronicles. So we have Chick-fil-A here. Thank you for being here, ma'am. And appreciate your presence tonight. Hey, cross country cruiser, thank you for being here. Hello, Shelly C, to my moderator. Thank you for being here, ma'am. We have Shirley's divorce finally. Thank you for being here, Shelly. Hey, Shay B, thank you for being here tonight. I mean Shirley. I called you Shelly. I'm sitting here reading Shelly's name again. Hey, Lady T Bug, thank you for being here tonight. Hey, Victor DeVale, thank you, ma'am, for being here. We have Dee Dee Phoenix. Hello to you, and thank you for being here. And I see M Tate is in the house. Thank you for being here, M. Tate, are you working tonight or are you off? Because you're normally working this time of night. So I was just wondering if we're gonna help get you through your work schedule. I saw somebody else that Shirley C spoke to. It looked like I missed somebody. Let me put my glasses on so I make sure I don't miss anybody. Because sometimes when you're talking, the chat kind of moves and you miss it. Oh, okay. 14 plus one. Thank you for being here. And hello to you, Gina. Thanks for being here tonight. So as I was saying earlier, before I started speaking to everybody, I decided that I wanted to do. Oh, you're off tonight. You're doing homework. Hey, Jennifer. It's always something, isn't it, M? Take you just don't get to enjoy a day off, huh? It's like you can't get a day if you off work, then you have to go to school. And I remember those days also. So kudos to you. And I know how hard you're working because I did the same thing. And so, you know, one day it'll all be over with and you'll be finished with school and get the career that you're striving for. And but like I said, guys, I'm gonna start doing Dre and Buckwheat Chronicles because really, you know, this friendship kind of is a bumpy road and it kind of dissipated a little bit, and we all been wondering like, where's Dre? Where's Dre? And the call that I'm gonna do tonight is not in sequence, but I just thought it was a great call to that I wanted to do. And then I'm gonna go back when I do start back doing the lives next week. I'm gonna go back and put them in alphabetical. I'm gonna back and put them in numerical order. But I just wanted to do this call because um I thought it was a great call between friends. Hey, Golden Pearl, thanks for being here tonight. Hey, Helena, thank you for being here. But I just thought it was a great call between friends, and really, Buckwheat really disappointed Dre on this call. And we've heard the call before, and we all know how it goes. But just hearing it again, it just kind of I don't know, just give you a little bit more insight of why Dre kind of dropped off on the calls. Now, him and Buckwheat try to play like it's because Dre didn't really want to be on the internet and that, he really didn't want to be a part of this saga. And prior, prior to this call, when the calls first started, none of them knew that they were being recorded. So Dre basically is trying to tell Buckwheat, I really don't want to I can't talk like I want to, and none of his friends can. Nobody can really talk like they want to. Nobody can really say what they want to say because not only are we listening, you have Global Tail Link that's linked to the DA office, and they know that they're listening also. And they've always been listening, but it seems like they didn't care, about the DA listening. It seemed like they care more about the social media people listening, which we can't really do nothing to the case. I mean, all we can do is dissect it. And at the end of the day, the DA have the power, to drop charges and add charges, and that's who hold his fate. So really, in my opinion, I would have been holding I would have been recognizing the DA more than I would have been recognizing social media, because social media is just what it is. People just talking and gossiping. It's just social media. We can't add a charge or take away a charge. And so he really should have been careful and been worried about the right people listening to the calls and not everybody else, because everybody else is going to have their opinion no matter what they say and no matter what they do. And that's just how that goes. And so let me get my banner up so that when I start the call, I want to make sure that I'm already, that I do the right procedures and that I'm protected. Because I know you guys, y'all finna talk some shit. When y'all get to hear this call again tonight, y'all gonna be mad and y'all gonna be talking some shit, okay? Because I know I am. So let me go ahead and present the call, get it ready for you guys, get it in queue, and we'll get started. And let me bring the chat up also before we hit the play button. so you guys can read the comments as the call goes.
This video contains 2 calls made on January 14th, 2024. The links to the calls pertaining to these conversations will be in the description and also at the end of this video. In this first call, you will hear Dre confront Ernesto about some things that he heard in the jail calls. Take a listen.
You sleep over there?
Hello?
Y'all gonna have to put your headbuds on because Buckwheat talking real low.
Call in, Don. What's going on,
That
Ernest?
tablet.
Good. The folks, they want you to call them because they said they got something to talk to you about.
Say that again?
They want you to call them because they got something to talk to you about.
Them folks he talking about Sonya guys.
Right. What they got to talk to me about?
I can't talk about it on the phone.
Okay.
Yes, so they want to talk to you.
Well, I just text you. I called them and told them to call you.
They did.
Huh?
They just did.
Right. Because I want to talk to you. And I know you can't talk on the phone. So this call that she just dropped today about me. When you made the call to her the other day. What's going on with that call now? I'm gonna ask you first since it's all bloggers.
Okay, refresh me on the call.
When you called her and told her you came and got me out the woods, you ain't messing with nobody no more but her. Thank God for her. She said I'm an idiot with a truck driving company. I should know your character. All that stuff down.
Okay. Well, that call was probably because at the time I was trying to get a lawyer, and what was told to me that my character is that nobody didn't believe in me no more. That's what that came from. If that's the whole conversation that you heard. Is that what you heard?
Right. It's whatever you right. Whatever you shared with her, it's on the internet. It just dropped today. I came and got the nigga out the woods. The nigga asked me about this. Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Okay,
So,
go ahead. Say what you have to say. I want to make sure I hear it clear.
I mean, that's it. I mean, it's the call. It's the same thing you said to her.
I know I'm saying that.
I got all kind of calls today. I mean, about have you heard what he said about you? So, since it's publicity and that's what they do for publicity, I just want to know.
No, all I said was.
Did you say it to her?
What I said to her was at the time, she said, well, he said he can't do this, do that, and they can't understand why I'm the only one doing this and that for you, and they know your character, and they know you didn't do it. Why is nobody's not helping you? And what I said, but I don't think I said nothing too fucked up about you. I know I didn't.
It's on the call. I heard it from myself. They want me to hear from myself.
Okay, well, I don't think I said nothing that fucked up. So whatever I said, I probably said out of anger or hurt. I probably did say it. I'm not gonna say I did.
Right. But okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But when you're talking to her about it, about what me and you done been through for 20, 30 years, that's the part that I don't understand. Who is she?
Well, first of all, I don't think I'll talk to her like that. If you hear me on the phone say that, now if I say it, I say it. If I say that, but if I said it, I said it in some other kind of way. I don't think I said it that fucked up. So
well, I don't have to make nothing up. I mean, it's on the internet. They're gonna get it tomorrow, and they're gonna tear it up. I mean, like I said, she just released it today.
Oh, Dre sound like he's really upset. He sound like he's been crying, eating some bonbons, eating all the snacks in the house because his buddy have hurt his feelings. And of course, Buckwheat trying to weasel his way out of it. I ain't say nothing. Yes, you did. And like Dre said, it's all on the internet, and we're going to be talking about it tomorrow. Which that was a year ago. Well, earlier this year when he made the call. But hey, Gina, thanks for joining us. And somebody else joined us. One Leg, thank you for joining us. And hey, Cinnabon, thanks for joining us. I think this is your first time being on the live, and thank you. I appreciate you coming by, Sienna. And hey, virtuous sinner, thank you for being here tonight. Um, but Buck, we want to try to lie his way out of that. And Dre's like, no, no, no. I heard you. He said, I heard you on that phone. You got to get your master's degree, M. Tate. Okay, you go, girl. I'm not mad at you at all. Um, hey, Miss Helena, I don't know if I spoke to you either. Spoke to you. You said, hey, all homework gang. You doing homework too, Miss Helena? Y'all gonna go be all y'all can be. I'm not mad at you. I've been there and done all of that y'all trying to do. But anyway, let's get back to the call, guys. Dre trying to Buckwheat trying to get out this call. He's trying to lie, and he's trying to say he didn't, whatever he said, it wasn't that bad. And Dre say, I heard what you said about me. And so he's trying to weasel his way out of it. And he's trying to make it appear that he didn't really say nothing too bad. And regardless of what you said, Dre's whole point is, why are you talking to your girl about me and what's going on, what me and you talk about? I thought you was my boy. Um, we've been friends for a minute, and now you're discussing my personal business with this woman whom I don't even know who she is. And so Nesto was talking about, well, she want to call you. She want to call you. So that's who he said when he talking about them folks want to call you. He's talking about Lil Scooter, because shortly after him and Dre hang up, he called Sonya and he let her know, um, that Dre's upset, and he think he done lost his best friend at this point, and rightfully so, because I don't care, like Dre said, what that's got to do with him. It doesn't matter what you're going through. If I'm mad and upset, that's not going to make me mad and upset with my friends because of something that I could have, actually caused on myself. And if you want to be mad at someone, sir, be mad at yourself, because who put you in this position? You. Dre didn't put you in this position. Sheridan didn't put you in this condition. Neither did Cotton Candy. All of this is on you. Okay, you made you drew created the picture, and now you're having to live it out, and you don't like it. And so Jennifer say he kills me trying to shut people up on the phone. Right. When now he never shut little Scooter up. He let her talk endlessly. She can talk and say anything she want to say. But when it comes to everybody else, oh, I can't talk about that right now. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to discuss it. And right now he's I'm lying. I'm lying. I don't think I said nothing that bad. It just wasn't that bad. And regardless if you feel like it wasn't that bad, apparently your buddy feel like it was bad to him. Because this dude is really trying to be your friend. He's a real friend, and you really not being a friend. So M. Tate say, I love Drake Hall, so I'm about to take a break from this writing this paper. That's good, M. Tate. Sit back and relax and listen to us. One leg off say he didn't answer Dre questions. He didn't answer the question, Dre. Do he ever answer any questions? One leg. He don't answer people questions when they ask him a question. And that's at the end of the day, he whenever you do ask him something directly, he'll just change the subject and start talking about something else. And Jennifer say, tell you I enjoy them too. He be on Ernest's ass until he gets Dre confused with his lies. And I don't feel like Dre be confused. I just think he just give up, Jennifer, because he know his buddy gonna lie to him to the to the end, and he know his buddy is gonna stick with that lie. And so, and both of them know that he's lying. So Drake just allow him, just to go ahead and live in that fantasy world that he's living in. And so Virtuous Center say pretended like he doesn't remember, trifling. He remembers. He remember perfectly well what he said. But him and Lil Scooter have so many calls, Virtuous Center. Now, in his defense, he may not remember because they do, talk, every hour on the hour. So he might can't remember everything that he said, but I think he do though. Lady T-Bug say, don't nobody owe you anything, Nesto. Right. They don't owe him nothing. Nesto is a whole girl, right? Well, Virtuous Center, both of them acting like girls to me because both of them act like they so solemn and they so, upset about what Nesto has said about Dre. And it's like watching two teenage girls, discuss an issue that they've had with each other, in my opinion. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because Dre feelings are really, really hurt, because he really, you know, at the end of the day, this is what I want to say, guys. remember when we said that Shirley don't know who Buckwheat is? Well, Buckwheat don't know who he is, and neither does Dre. Nobody in this crew really know who he is. And while he's locked up, everybody's getting the side. They getting the front line, front seat, you know, and they beginning to see. They're getting a up and close and personal front seat. And because, he never really sits still long enough for anybody to have a coherent conversation with him. And so now he has nothing but time, and he can't do anything but sit still and conversate on his phone. And so now everybody's really beginning to know the real Buckwheat, in my opinion. Jennifer said he should have cursed Ernie's rump out. Should have, but like Shelly say, he hurt right now, so he ain't gonna cuss him out. Big sissy Dre. You calling him a sissy one leg? You think he'll sissy? That's what I was thinking. I was trying to be nice one leg. Virtuous Sinner say, I'm glad Dre is hurt. I don't like him either. Well, at the end of the day, Virtuous Center, he's always gunning for his buddy, and he just, it's okay long as his buddy is crapping on everybody else. But uh, when the shoe is on the other foot, he don't like that too much. But it's okay when Buckwheat is talking about everybody else in the group. He can talk about Lamont, and he can talk about Sonia, and he can talk about Dion, and he can even say a few things about Shirley, and Dre okay with that. But now, and it's just like Little Scooter too. They're surprised, and it hurts them a little bit more because they really thought they had a special spot in his heart, in which, in my opinion, he got a black heart, so ain't nobody got no spot in it, not even himself. Yes, ma'am, says Helena. Lady T-Bug said Nesto said he was angry. He said it out. He said it out of anger. And I know, I mean, just because you're angry don't mean, you rag on your boy or your girl. I mean, that's crazy to me. Uh, oh boy, Truth Telling Squad, the likes are liking. Thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody if you already hit the like button. I appreciate that. So Golden Pearl say, Dre hurting his mama. Dre's hurting his mama, sister, and one of his women all know what was said so embarrassing, and he's sending money. Dre looking like a fool. He is. And he's trying to keep this away from his mama. One of the calls, Golden Pearl, he was saying, I'm glad my mama don't know a lot about social media, and I'm glad she not really listening to these calls because they're saying so many things about you, and and I know you, but you know some of that stuff is untrue, but I still don't want my mama to hear it. So Lady T-Bug say Dre holding back because he knows we're listening. He is. Well, on some of them calls he didn't hold back. I guess that's when he didn't know we were listening. Virtuous Center say Dre is fake and a fraud too. Okay, Virtuous Center. Shelly say Nastio definitely remember because he has a photographic memory, and that's what. And he just said a while ago too. Uh, people don't know my characteristic. I don't know if y'all caught that or not, but I caught it. But yeah, he said he was upset because people don't know his characteristic, whatever that is. Okay.
Who is she?
Who is, huh?
Who is she?
What you mean she?
You say somebody released something. I don't understand what you're saying.
The people that released the phone calls.
Okay, so they released a phone call today. Did you hear the whole conversation?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. Okay.
Okay.
So what does
Deflection, Buckwheat.
stemming from?
If you already don't talk to her, I'm sure she's already told you.
No, she has not told me. That's what
Okay. Is you and her talking?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm just asking you, just want to hear from you. Because I took out the phone with you the other day. You never mentioned nothing about that. You didn't say nothing.
No.
You said, because you told her that she came and got me out the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You told her that my ex-wife told me don't call you no more. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I probably said that.
You ain't no probably in it. You said it, Nesto.
Okay, but go ahead.
Nestos, you said it, Nestos.
But here's the thing: when you venting to her, you mad with me or upset with me about something for 20, 30 years that you can't come and talk to me about? You know that they're listening at the phone calls. You know that they twisting stuff like it is, so you go share it with her. and you let her tell you that you should have hung up the phone on me, that I'm an idiot with a trucking company?
I didn't hear that part now. I didn't hear that part.
Okay.
I didn't hear that part.
So you think I'm just sitting here lying on you and her?
You ain't never lied to me. No. I didn't say that. I said I didn't hear that part. I didn't.
It's everything. You said that you was frustrated because you just got off the phone with them other folks today, and I'm questioning you about that. I just asked a question to tell you what was going on. I'm not trying to. I'm your friend. I thought I was your friend.
Yeah.
I don't. Hold on, sir. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't like to. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If I'm coming, I'm coming. When I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I got a question, I got a question. You say that's always been my character. So if you didn't like me asking you the question, if I'm concerned about it, because I'm shocked, because I had never heard that, I ain't say you was guilty.
No, you never said that.
But right, but y'all saying that I should know your character to know. Okay, it's messed up. I mean,
I get it. I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Oh my God. I'm so sick of this internet shit on over the damn dude.
Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, no, you don't have to listen. I mean, I don't have to ask you have you said it or not. I know you said that's your voice. I heard the conversation. Because everybody called me telling me to listen at the call, what you're saying. I'm like, huh? So I don't know if they twisted it. They might be using your voice with this artificial intelligence stuff. I just want to know whether it's you that told her that.
It's not AI, Dre. It's
what
him.
went on with me and you.
We ain't using AI, Dre.
I don't really think I really said nothing like that.
You said it.
No,
you said it.
You said it. Yeah, he said it, Dre. He said it.
If I said something like, I must have been pissed the fuck off.
Okay, what you pissed off about? That's what I don't understand. But whatever you were pissed off, you could have said, well, Dre, we just chill out. There's a lot going on. I told you everything Shirley called me. What you want me to do? You want me to lie?
No. This call came from when I was trying to get me another attorney.
Mm-hmm.
That's that phone call. They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me that what this was about. They didn't tell me none of this. I didn't know nothing about none of this. So.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be. Well, one thing about it, you ain't gonna be able to take it down and erase it because it's gonna be on the internet. She just dropped it, so she can't deny it. You can't deny it. All you gotta do is just play it back.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get them to play it for me.
So, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like, damn. And it's not, yeah. And you know what you did for me. What if it's on your business about what you had to do? I mean, we ain't never bragged about what we did for each other around nobody. To nobody.
Why is Dre whining like a little bitch? I mean, come on now, Dre. Put a little man in your voice, dog. I understand you upset and you trying to hold back and you trying to have a nice, peaceful conversation with your boy, but good God Almighty, it almost sounds like you finna cry. And I'm finna get her to play it right now. Why come Dre ain't playing the call? Dre should have said, "No, dog, I'm gonna pull up the call, and y'all should have dissected this call together." But I'm gonna digress because if it was me, I would have pulled up the call and I would have said, well, here the party is right here that I'm pissed off at you about, dog. And so listen to what you said about me. And at the end of the day, like I said, he act like he fixing to cry at this point. I really feel like his feelings are very hurt that Buckwheat discussed his business with Lil Scooter. And Buckwheat don't seem like it's no big deal because, you know, it's all about him. It ain't about nobody else in his world. It's all about him.
This is true.
I
think, you know what? If you listen to the conversation, and you probably did.
I heard it 2 or 3 times.
Okay. I just want to make sure I said what I said. If I said something out of wrong place, you already told me. Okay. But if I said something, I must have been very, very.
Oh, yeah, you said what you said, and I really wish y'all quit saying my name, but I'm going to digress on that part, too.
Or something I just could not understand.
Mm-hmm.
If something triggered me off.
Okay, the Nesto responds to Dre, but I don't understand what triggers you out because I've been asking. Okay, you call me and you want me to drop 10, 15, 20,000 dollars, and you don't want me to ask no questions.
Now you're supposed to. I mean, it's you.
When have you ever went and dropped any money at Butler Tire, any of these buildings, and then asked them white folks no questions before you gave them that money?
But I know your character, so I know that. I mean, that's
okay. All right. Yeah, that one took me for a loop there.
What?
And you can let your girl know. I'm far from being an idiot. You did try to clear it up and say, nah, he ain't that now. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Because that didn't make no sense to me.
Okay, well, all you got to do is get her to play it back for you.
No.
Tell her I'm far from being an idiot. I've been in business a long time.
Well, first of all, I want to know why would they say that? And if they say that, it's a reason
they defending you.
Okay. But
they defending you. Right, but you allow them to speak on your partner's behalf while you vent to them. And you say all you got is her.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, I apologize to that.
That's the only part you're going to apologize to?
Hold on, that's effed up, because I know this call, so I'm going to be careful with my word. That's effed up because out of the friendship, out of the 20, 30 years that we've been friends, I don't see them come and go in your corner. You don't see them come and go in my corner. I don't see what you've been through. You don't see what we've been through. We ain't never fell out about no damn woman.
Oh, really?
And we ain't never let no woman came between. What I really want to say, I'm not going to say that. And we ain't never let no woman came in between our business. Even when folks have came and said stuff that was against your character, even when it was on the street, I'll let you know. I will never let nobody talk about you. I come to you myself.
Absolutely. So let me get out this phone and straighten my motherfucking business.
Oh, now you want to get off the phone. You don't want to discuss it no more.
You don't say it.
No. I'm cool.
He want to get off the phone now. You know, the whole call. Let me get off the phone. Let me talk to her. Hey, Leo lady, thanks for joining us. Let me go on and try to get and hear this call or what have you. He want to get off this phone so damn bad because he don't want to face Dre. He don't want to own up. I apologize for that. You only apologize for one thing. You didn't never say, well, dog, I'm sorry. You know, I was in a bad headspace. And so, you know, I was just mad at everybody. Not only you, anybody that she would have brought up, I would have been mad at. But now you're not big enough of a man to say something like that. Hey, Nola Brown, thanks for joining us tonight. But at the end of the day, he want to get off this phone so bad because he do not want to discuss this with Dre. I bet he clenching his butt cheeks right now. And yeah, Shelly C. Dre is very hurt right now. Okay. He seemed very, very hurt. And so Golden Pearls. Okay, we already read those things there. We already read those comments, but Jennifer says, stop being a beach, Dre. Cuss him. He can't cuss him out, Jennifer, because we're listening and he's trying to be nice and presentable. He's trying to be a gentleman and he don't want to give us more to talk about. But just the conversation that they're having is enough to talk about because Buckwheat is definitely trying to backpedal. He definitely don't want to lose Dre as a friend because at the end of the day, it's 2024. So basically, everybody done kind of fell off at this point. And so he really, Shirley definitely gone. And so he don't have anybody else that may have a few coins other than Dre. And it don't sound like Dre gonna be trying to get them coins up. But, just like he said, when have you been giving out your money and not asked no questions? If you're going to ask me for thousands upon thousands of dollars, hell, I got some questions and anybody would. If you ask me for $5, I got questions about what you need with my $5. I'm just petty like that, but, I'm going to digress about me. But, Dre's very hurt and upset about this. And his boy is acting different. What he perceives to be different, but really this is really who his boy is. He just now beginning to figure out who Buckwheat really is. Like I said, like everybody is. So Miss Selena said this must be heartbreaking for Dre. Girl, he sound like he gonna cry, Miss Selena. I think his heart is really broke about this. And really he's upset because he can't really go off the way he want to go off also. And he didn't call Sonya what he wanted to call her. He said I'm not gonna say that, but he really want to call her a bitch, but he trying to be nice about it. Okay. So Shelly said, I believe Nastio said that about Dre's ex because Dre told him. Shirley Strawberry said Dre could call him, but don't connect Nastio to the line. Yeah, just jealous. And at the end of the day, Dre can't control Shirley. If Shirley says she don't want to talk to him, then she don't want to talk to him. And Dre really didn't have no business put it doing three-way calls with him. He already knew that Shirley was done. So he really didn't have any business of calling Shirley in the beginning, in my opinion. So he was wrong for doing that after Shirley done told him that she don't want to talk to him. And Dre knew that, but he still, patched the call through. So that's what he get. And that's and I'm glad he's being able to, he's getting a front row seat to see who his friend really is. And Jennifer said, I know how Dre is feeling in 2025 after listening to all of these calls. Right. And he probably saying, hey, you know what? My dog ain't my dog like I thought I was. Because Dre just made a point a while ago to let him know, I'm really your friend. But I just don't think Buckwheat really know how to be friends with nobody, not even himself. So Virtuous Center say, did Dre give him any more zuzus and wham whams on the low? He did. Yeah, he did. Cause they boys, Virtuous Center. They gonna take care. He got to take care of his boy because at the end of the day, like I said, he know he don't have anything in anybody. So have we heard Sonya play that call back to Nastio? I haven't. I didn't hear it, but they did talk about it right after this call. I think Buckwheat said he really didn't even really want to hear the call, but he did call her and ask her to call Dre to try to patch everything up after. So in other words, Buckwheat blaming her too for the things that he said about his buddy. But at the end of the day, like Dre said, she was talking about me and you didn't even take up for me because he not no real friend to you, sir. Vicky say, Nesto is trying to back that ass up, back up out of this conversation. And it is. And he want to get off that phone, Vicky. Shirley say Nesto state line can't be a man and man up, and Dre has a right to be mad if Nasty's supposed to be his best friend, and it's not right. It's not, but sometimes we need to see these things, Shirley. We need to figure out we need to know who really on our side and who not on our side. So hopefully this was an eye opener for Dre. And I'm not saying he need to cut him off all the way, but he just need to kind of feed him from a long handle spoon, in my opinion, because they're not. To me, Dre was really thinking that this dude was like a brother to him, and really he not. Okay. And really, Buckwheat don't know how to be a friend to nobody. He don't know how to be nothing but a scammer. And he can't hold a conversation. He can't be loyal to anybody. He can't even be a friend enough to listen to your problems because everything revolves around him in his mind. So nothing is ever his fault, right, Vicky? Nothing is ever his fault. It's always someone else's fault. And Shelly say, please please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Moderator. And Virtuous Center say Dre does sound quite whiny and weak. He do. He crying and Nestos. Nestos, you said it, Nestos. I mean, good God Almighty, sir. Can you man up a little bit? And Jennifer said he flipped that on Dre and did. Okay. No, no, no. I didn't say that. And I was just mad. And he's trying to flip this call. But let me get on off the phone and try to call her. And Dre like, no, no, no. We're gonna finish this conversation up, buddy. And Shelly say when he dropped money anywhere, he took money. That part. And I wonder what kind of money was he dropping, Shelly? Was it some of that monopoly money that he got caught with? And Leo Lady said, Nesto, that's why Dre money still in his pocket. That part. And Dre wasn't gonna give him that money anyway, Leo Lady. That's I don't care how much of a friend you are. That's too much money to try to give anybody, especially if like when he was free and he was out there scamming people, I can guarantee you he didn't never hand Dre over no thousands or up on thousands of dollars at one time. I guarantee you he didn't hand anybody over no thousands of dollars. The only person that may have possibly got some money from him is when he put a down payment on those stolen cars that he was stealing and scamming, and probably the landlord for the first time when he got ready to move in, because it looked like he have a habit of moving in and not paying rent. So you know you got to pay money to get in there, and you know you have to pay money to drive a car off a lot, and that's the only way that he put some coins down. So Miss Selena said Nesto hung himself and did. And she said, "You think Dre was Nesto's woman?" I know. I'm telling you, baby, this is a very intimate, solemn, and sad call. I'm telling you, they act like they're in a real full blown relationship the way they're talking to each other. And it's just so, I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny to me, y'all. I'm sorry. And maybe my heart should be a little bit softer, but it's not. So it was real funny when I heard it today. So Virtuous Center said they knew each other for 30 years. They are not friends for real. They're not. And so, see, you can know a person and you think that they're your friends, and so that's why you have to be careful of people you call your friend. Just because you know somebody for 30 years, people can be an associate for 30 years. That's just somebody that Dre associate with, because he's really not a real friend, because a real friend wouldn't allow anybody, whether it's a woman, side piece, wife, or anybody. To me, in my opinion, on what friendship is, a real friend wouldn't let another friend talk about their friend like that, in my opinion. Hey, Thirsty Rabbit, thanks for joining us tonight. And Shirley's the voice say, right, I hope Dre see this dude is not his friend. He probably only called Dre when he needed something, and he did. That's the only time he called anybody, Shirley's the voice. He don't call anybody unless he wants something. Even little Scooter, he called her all day, but all day, baby, he got her running, okay? He got her doing this, and he got her doing that, and he got her doing the other, because that's who he is. And hey, Karen, thanks for joining us. And so let's go ahead and finish up with the call, guys. Here, Buckwheat gravel some more, and here Dre cry some more.
I see it.
Nesto responds to Dre, and these same folks that you saying making money, they finna take this shit and run with it. And I don't care either, but like I said,
I got it.
I ask questions just because. No, man. Yeah. You don't went off. Somebody say, then he want me and him to go ride so we can talk. And I'm like, okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. I know exactly what it was. I know exactly what triggered me out.
He thought of a new lie, y'all.
When I first got that charge. You understand what I'm talking about? That's what triggered me the fuck off right now.
What they got to do with me and what you done for me?
Because in my mind, at that time, when I told you I didn't do that shit, you say that throws you for a loop. That's exactly what threw me off. And if you look at the date of that call, that's exactly when that was around.
That's okay. That's fine, Nesto. But if you go back to the time when you telling this girl all of a sudden that you just met about my business, about when you came and got me, I told you the reason why I done it, while everybody was saying everything else. I gave you the raw truth on the way home in your Bentley when you came and got me while I did it.
Nestos.
Well, we ain't got to do all this on the phone.
Oh yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I apologize. You absolutely right.
But I'm like, why is you telling her that?
Yeah, why are you telling her that, Buckwheat?
So now you got people now in the blog are like, they want to know who the hell is Camille is. Me and her been separated.
Hold on. I never said this whole default thing.
They got her name on there. They trying to figure out who she was. Her name was missing.
Yeah, I never said that name.
Okay. So I'm like, okay. Okay. Me and this woman been out the loop 15, 20 years. But I'm saying, I didn't say you. Right. When a name came up, the bloggers want to know who is Camille, because they never heard that on your side. So they don't put the two and two together. Now it says Dre ex-wife. But we trying to waking up the dead. I mean, that woman
Buckwheat say, they figured it out, huh? Them bloggers real smart. He didn't want to give y'all no props, but he had to just say, that's the props that he should give you. He want to say, damn, they figuring everything out, but I'm gonna go ahead and let him finish. Nestos, it don't matter, Nestos.
Woman don't moved on with her life. Even if she's listening that this is getting back to her, you only have to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
And even if she didn't want to talk to me, that was fine. They all say that when they mad.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. I apologize.
I'm really, 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 really. When I tell you that I'm shocked at you right now, I really am.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that. I can see if you would tell her this. I mean, why they don't know me like that?
No, they don't. Don't nobody know you like that. So I understand. Not a problem.
And then she also say, well, that's the one that you was trying to get me to talk to her girlfriend. I didn't want to talk to her girlfriend. Not that idiot there. I'm like, damn.
Oh, she an idiot. Okay.
Cool. She just asked me for the money a month ago. That's not cool. But it's okay.
No, that's not cool. I'm going to call
I expect the other folks, the other cats out here to do that, but you.
I got it. Everything you said, you're absolutely right.
Anything, you've always been able to come and talk to me for 20, 30 years. What you talking about for? You should have just picked up the phone and called me or wrote me a letter. However you want to communicate with me and say, Dre, listen, this is what happened. As your partner, I don't appreciate you asking me that.
Now, Dre, if he would have wrote you a letter, you weren't gonna be able to read it and cipher it. But I'm a digress. But I'm just saying, you probably don't want no letter from him.
It made me feel. You should have said that. You can't get no other woman to validate our friendship. She can't validate nothing for me.
I'm just listening.
I get listening.
I know you are.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
Oh man, this shit is never ending. You're right. It is much. It's too much. It really is.
It is.
I didn't ask to be brought into this. You know what I do for a living. I didn't ask to be brought into this. I'm not into YouTube. I'm not into all of this. I never have been.
Oh, yes, you are. You listening to the
associated
calls.
with this stuff because of my friendship with you. You do know that, right?
I absolutely do.
Then she went back and told Sylvia the other day the same. Another thing that pissed me off too. Listen, I was on the phone with you the other day. I was telling you how that lady Sylvia, that be down in the courtroom, how when she talk about you, that woman prayed for you. And no matter what they be saying, she keep things pretty much cordial. I've never really heard.
And that's more than likely why he's still in jail, because that woman prayed for him.
Heard her say nothing out of pocket. You know what I mean? And you said I liked it that. And I said that.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's enough.
And then you went right around and told her.
That's enough. No, I didn't. That's enough.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, she got.
Now, don't this sound like high school? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, yes, you did. No, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And baby, Dre is I wonder, did Dre cry that night before did he just finish crying before he called his buddy? Before his buddy called him? Did his buddy call him and interrupt him while he was crying? Because it sounded like the dude was crying to me, because he sounded like he really upset about this call. So we'll go ahead and finish hearing Dre cry about, his feelings.
Got on that show that same night and said, Andre said he's finna come and do an interview with you. I ain't never talked to her.
Who said that?
Your folks said that. Coach.
What?
I'm like, yeah, Andre said he's gonna come over here and do an interview with you. I ain't even talked to her. I never said I want to go and do that. I said if I would interview with anybody, if I had to defend your character, her show would be the one that I would go on.
Oh,
because
okay.
She's the one that's least, life legally, I can't even get my damn words out. I'm so goddamn pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? I like her style. How you gonna up there and say, yeah, Andre said he's gonna do an interview with you? I ain't tell you that.
Wow. I can't believe
I heard
that.
it.
I'm gonna call you tomorrow.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about it right now, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Baby, Buckwheat was trying to get off of that phone, and Andre is not lying because Homegirl did make the announcement on her channel that she was going to be interviewing Dre, and so Dre is not lying. He's just not lying. And Shirley's divorce say, right, I hope Dre see this dude is not his friend. He probably only called Dre when he needed something. And he called everybody when he needs something, Shirley's divorce. That's the only reason why he calls. Um, Miss Selena, she say, Virtuous Center say at Miss Selena, they do seem Yamin. Yeah, I mean, I mean, they sound like little kids to me. They sound like really they sound like teenagers. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. You said it. You said it. No, I didn't say it. I don't remember that. Yeah, oh yeah, you do. You remember everything, sir. Shelley say, I believe he used Dre for credibility. Dre is the closest thing to him that is legitimate now. Exactly. Only Dre and well, you said now because his wife is gone, but really these are probably the only two legitimate people that was in his life point blank period that had like a IRS number, Shelley see, and had a black job that they was going to every day. Everybody else is, part of the organization, in my opinion. And so Lady T-Bug said he's selfish as fuck, and is. Miss Selena say, Nesto does not speak to Sonya like this, and he don't. He can't control her, Dre. I know you want your boy to control his woman, but he can't do that. He can't even really get a word in. So he just let her run at the mouth like she got diarrhea. Okay, that's what she does. She just talks, talks, talks. He like they have a 30-minute call, and he probably get probably what 5 or 10 sentences after them 30 minutes, and that's it. And then when he do ask her something or, try to be direct with her, she ain't listening to him. They both always on different pages. He never hear what she have to say and she never hear what he have to say. And when they give an answer, they don't correlate with the questions that they're asking each other. So Lady T-Bug said, Dre said he wanted to talk to you face to face. And do. He said he don't want no damn letters. Virtuous Center say no. He showed don't. He want to talk to you. He don't need to talk to little Scooter. He don't need to talk to Silverback. He want to talk to you because you're his friend. They don't know him like that, and he thought that y'all was boys. He thought you was better than this Buckwheat. He very disappointed in you. And Karen said he never has it and never has his facts together. Never. Because he lies so much, Karen. If you're a habitual liar, you don't know what you said and what you didn't say. Because see, you can remember the truth, but a lie, you can't remember a lie. You're gonna always that lie is always gonna be told a different way because it's a lie. Dre sound genuinely baffled, and he does. I'm telling you, it sounds like Nesto called him while he was wiping snot from his nose. That's what it sounded like to me. Sound like he was blowing his nose, wiping his tears, and Nesto called, and so he had to get his voice together so that he can talk crazy to his buddy. Virtuous Center said, "I want to see Dre tears. Good for him." Virtuous Center, I got a hunch you don't really like Dre like that. Miss Selena say, the lights are slowly coming on in Dre's head. That's right. The lights slowly but surely came on for everybody, Miss Selena. Everybody found out, including Dion, because remember he talked about him too. Buckwheat has talked about everybody that's been in this that's been around him. He even talked about Lamont too. Said that Lamont lie all the time. Lamont don't never come through. And even when he had Dion to call Lamont, he said he didn't want to hear all that shit about him being out of town. So I'm just saying. And Shelly's laughing. Virtuous Center is laughing. Helena said yes. And Miss Helena said, damn, I know it sound horrible, don't it? The way Dre sound. And he sounds so solemn and so sad. And Buck be trying to weasel his way out, and really the whole call. Okay, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. No, you ain't getting off this phone, buddy. We finna talk about this. They brag, but once Dre didn't show, they tried to backtrack and say Dre never said he was going to interview. Yeah, they did. Homegirl just really thought she was finna, really have everybody come over there to her channel and build her platform back up again with Dre. And that's one of the reasons why she flipped the script on Buckwheat, because at first she was against him. And I'm not even saying that you have to be against him, but what I'm saying is she was reading out documents She was really laying the story out, and she was giving, her opinion, and she was giving doubt. Then all of a sudden she flipped the script and decided she wanted to be on Buckwheat's side and said that the system was doing him wrong and bad. So Virtuous Center said, no, I don't like Dre, Lamont, Dion, or Ponytail. And it shows. It shows. But it's okay. You don't have to like any of them, because I don't like none of them either, in my opinion. Because in my opinion, all of them played in Shirley's face, including Dre.
using Global Telling.
This next call is with Sonia and was made immediately after Ernesto hung up with Dre.
Hello.
Listen,
Mm-hmm. You get through?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You pissed all over.
Well, really?
What
Really?
you talking about?
Want me to play it for you?
What?
Want me to play it for you?
No, he done gave me the whole scoop. He said I dogged him out, and I don't think I did.
You didn't. You didn't. You
No,
didn't.
he said I dogged him out. He said that I told all his business out there.
Oh, because he was out in the woods.
Yeah, he said that you.
there she go, repeating it again, cause he was out there in the woods. Like, bitch, you didn't have to say that again. Oh, she made now. This is who I can't stand. This who be working my nerves for real, for real.
Said he was a stupid truck driver. He said you bashing in the head like that.
I said idiot. But I didn't know him. I just was like, from what going off of what you said, I was like, well, maybe he's an idiot because I play it. Because
And what's the difference between stupid and idiot? They both the same thing.
I never told you he was that.
huh?
I never told you he was that.
No. I was going. Not you saying he was. No. I was saying from what he did. That sounds that it's idiot. That's what I was saying. I didn't say you said he was.
He hot right now. I mean, he'll talk to you. Maybe he'll talk to you now, but right now,
He sound like an old tired slave, and she sound like she been drinking vodka all night, like an old drunk.
He can't be. Listen, he can't be hot because what you was going through and where you was at, and the fact that your friend was supposed to think some type of way, and he was talking. You know what I'm saying? So that was a reaction to.
I told him that, and I said something triggered me off.
The fact that right.
But I figured it
Still
out.
ain't letting him talk.
Talking just about it. He said that he didn't know he couldn't figure out how to defend me.
No, he was saying when you got to take a ride together after, I
That's
can't
what they
believe.
talking about. That's what they were talking about.
Right, taking a ride together, and then he was like, I can't believe. I remember the phone call, but I played it today and I heard it.
Okay, why? If you heard it, he telling you that Dre's upset. Why you got to keep repeating this? All you have to say is, I remember what we said, and it wasn't, he shouldn't have took it that way. But you got to keep repeating everything that was said on the call. That's why come Dre pissed off at you, Buckwheat. You can't control your woman.
But and it was just I said, well, he should be more concerned about your character and not what people are saying.
Yes.
And I was like, is this the same person? Because I didn't, know what friend it was at the time, and I was like, is this the same person that drive a truck and supposed to talk to the sister? And he was like, yeah.
He hot.
So. He shouldn't. The thing of it is, and what kills me with people, that they don't understand how a person, when you're sitting in jail and you know you didn't do it, and you're not out here breaking law. He know how it is because he's been there before. He's been there before in two
you need to call him then, because he ain't fucking with me no more.
That man did not say he wasn't messing with him no more. You see how quick he just lied? Well, you need to call him because he ain't fucking with me no more. That man did not say that. He just said he was disappointed. He thought he knew you better than that, and he don't understand why you telling her all of y'all business. And of course, Edith Bunker Jr. have to defend him. No, that ain't what you said. That ain't what you said. And I just said this, and I just said that. She always want to make sure that he's never wrong and he's always right no matter what he say, because she definitely gotta pump that BS in his head so that he could feel good about himself. I wonder, he must have told her one time he didn't want to be here no more or something, because she definitely a cheerleader. If I ever got in trouble And if I really needed somebody on my side, this bitch that you need to get, because she definitely gonna hold you up while you in jail, no matter what you do wrong. You really want her on your team because she gonna definitely hold your lies up and your BS.
He mad at you?
Yeah, he mad. He said put the business out there to you and you.
And you did put his business out there.
He mad. He hot. He dirty hot.
Well, you was just saying that he was there for him, and you remember because he kept trying to put the wife in the picture, and you was like, that's dead in the water. She said she didn't want me to call you no more, to call her. Just like when his wife said the same thing to you about him. That's what she said. Let me start talking about his son.
Oh, she loved that. She that gave her joy to say that his wife was gone and that she was, she was no longer going to be around. Oh, she got a pleasure out of saying that. And why is he not shutting her up? Why is he not saying, the man is already pissed off. Can you please stop repeating what we did say on the phone? I know what the conversation was. You don't have to repeat it word from word.
Fine. And all that type of stuff. But that news that just came out about the whole R thing. So my thing is, if your bestie for 30 years, but women think different than men. Guys are so general. If your bestie did not, like how I came at you about it, like I called you, you called me and I was like, I'm going to read this to you, but I know you ain't do that shit. I know this is all trash because I just met you a year and a half prior. So, I guess you were feeling like, how can this person who just met me, who really don't know me like you know me, say this, and then you say what you said? So,
here come another lie that now she just been knowing him a year and a half prior. This timeline, we'll never know how long they knew each other. But at the end of the day, you still trying to throw some flames on this fire. I only been knowing you for a year and a half, and he been knowing you all that time. He should have known your character. Well, he do know his damn character, and he do know it's a possibility that his friend could be guilty, okay? You the one don't know his character.
Your conversation was more hurt than trying to shit on him. You get me?
He don't get that. He don't see that.
Yeah, it was more you hurt and crushed that the whole world and all of this stuff is out here and going on, and all of these lies are being told on me, and my life is totally, every part of it is fucked up. And then to add that conversation on top of everything, you my boy, you know me, and talk about we need to go for a ride because you need to talk to me. Like, what? That's how it was. That's what you was, That's what I got from it. And I was just like, well, if he can't think, if he's going to go by rumors and that, I was like, he's an idiot. Like, he sounds like a kid more than a grown man. That's what I said.
Then he said about the car.
Hold on. What?
And who is she? Is she his mama? And then he said this. And then he said that. You still reporting to this? Let me quit. Why are you reporting to her like she's somebody? And then he said that. And he said this. Just running it play by play. Both of them, they deserve each other because they both just alike, in my opinion.
Okay.
Somebody, y'all got on something the other night, and when they're talking about he's supposed to be doing an interview. I say, what?
He's supposed to do what?
He's supposed to be doing an interview.
Right. When you text me and said that he'll do it with the girl.
No, I said he would like to do it with the girl. He like her. He likes her style.
Yeah. That's who I'm talking. That's who I'm talking to. That person, the infamous.
Yeah, and he got hot about that.
What did he get hot about that for? That was from you. So he didn't say that to you?
Man, what I'm saying.
Or he just wanted to be mad about something else because.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know him. Let's say that. I don't know. You know him better than me.
That's why he didn't answer the phone. Now he answers your phone call.
Now what?
Now he'll answer your phone call right now. I have to get off the phone so I can call you back because right now it's like
Awesome.
it's like I don't have no motherfucker hope now.
It's your fault. You the one who talking about everybody.
Everything down.
Awesome.
I'm just being straight up, and I can't let my mind get caught up as see what the devil tried to do is trying to divide.
Devil ain't got nothing to do with that. That was all you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a fool. I know what that is. But I can't let my mind get caught up in this shit because that's what's going on right now.
In other words, all the attention has to be on me, and no one else. And I just can't let my mind get caught up in this shit. And the devil just trying to take over. And the devil don't have nothing to do with this. Okay, this is all you. This don't have nothing to do with the devil. You're the one who was talking about your friend. You the one allowed your side piece to talk about your friend. And now you allowing her to still talk about your friend. And you ain't shut her down not one time. And your friend feel like he feel, and you can't tell nobody how to feel. You can't tell nobody wasn't nothing that serious. Oh, it wasn't that serious. I just said this because you said that. And y'all all sound like the high school kids, really junior high school kids. High school kids don't even worry about this kind of mess.
Talking about the lawyer shit, and all he bring all this shit up. This is not the time to talk about it.
What part are you talking about? Which lawyer though? The dude paid one, the goofy one, or
I'm
you?
talking about the new one and 15,000, 10,000, all this other shit.
Who got 15,000? Oh, the new one. He said he ain't got it. So anybody talk to him more about it?
No,
You shouldn't even ask him to get it.
So, they're gonna be leaked. You know what? My life is fucked up. I just got a fucked up ass life. For real right now.
No, on that end, yeah, but the other situation is looking better. That's all I'm saying. And that's what the criminal side, all that criminal stuff is what's more focused on. Getting that rid of and getting all that, everything that's going wrong out.
You don't never want to hurt the people that you care about and love. That I'm not gonna do. And it making it seem like that's what I'm.
I don't think he's gonna be mad for a lifetime because that was just you venting because.
Men like women too now.
I know they are, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
if you look at what you were going through and to hear that and the predicament, and this is what it is, and people have to look at everybody's point of view to understand why things are said or why things, move. You just got arrested in July out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? And why can't I get bonded? And then a week later, they slap a charge on you. And a week later, they slap another one. And a month later, they slap another one. Then they do the article. And then in January, they come with this out. You know what I'm saying? And everything is like, what the fuck? After one after another. And then that, they top it off with a cherry. They throw that on top of the other bullshit. And then the people in your circle is supposed to hold you up when shit like this, especially when everybody in the circle is saying, oh, I know he didn't do it. That's not him. That's not his character. He's innocent. So if he's saying that, but your action is showing me like y'all acting like I'm guilty. That's the actions that's coming because if I know I'm not out here breaking the law and I happen to get arrested on a lie, on some bullshit, why would my people leave me if they know Sonia wasn't out here breaking the law? So she didn't bring this to her. So, it's one thing if I was out here reckless doing stuff. That's one thing. And even when I was out there doing reckless stuff in my 20s, my whole family was there. You get me? My dad bought me out. My lawyer, had my back.
I got that.
Right. So
I'm 60 years old and I have nothing. And this is what he mad about. Oh, you just saying that you told her that you ain't got nobody but you. He talking about you.
I know. Because the commenter was like, Sonia just pushed everybody away so it could be with her. I'm like, I don't talk to these people.
What do that have to do with us? We can't control whether or not what comes out of his mouth. We can't control whether or not him and Dre are real good friends. We have no control over none of this. All we're doing is listening to these calls, and y'all want to blame everybody except for yourselves. Can't neither one of y'all own up to your own BS. Neither one of y'all can say, well, we shouldn't have said that, or you shouldn't have said this. Or I was wrong when I said that. I shouldn't have said that about your boy because I really don't know him like that. And I'm gonna tell you about his character. His folks know about his character, And that's why come they're treating him like they're treating him, because he has been to jail before. He has been a career criminal, and they know it's a possibility that he could be guilty. So that's why come they're not vying for him like you. You the only stupid one that's trying to hold him up and hold him up in the bullshit, and trying to lie for him. And everything that's said or done, you want to say that it's somebody else's fault. So Lady T Bug said, I'm adding Laverte too, because Virtuous Center says she don't like Dre, Lamont, Dion, or Ponytail. So Lady T Bug is adding Laverte on there, also his daughter. So Virtuous Center said, yes, Ponytail's always out of line. She works my nerves too. She is. You know, she always want to uphold him in his wrong, in his BS. Not one time have she told him he was wrong about nothing. Now, I did hear her say on Sylvia's channel one time, if he did that was wrong, and that's the most I've heard her say, that it's a possibility that he could actually be a little guilty of anything. And M Tate said, I hate Sonya. We all do. M Tate, she get on my damn nerves. Yes, she do, Shirley. Stripper baby playing in the background, and is being rendition. Say, what did Dre say wrong? He want to look Nesto in the face, man to man, and ask him what he need to ask him. That's right. And Shelly C say, thanks for tuning to the channel. Subscribe and hit the like button, please. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. You say, hey, family, I is here. Thank you, Miss Boogie Down, for joining us tonight. And Shirley's the voice say, she would never admit he's guilty. No, she won't admit it and he won't admit it. And it's not even a matter of being guilty, Shirley's divorce. It's a matter of you standing up and just saying, hey, I treated my friend bad. I don't want our relationship to dissipate. I need to try to fix this. And I was wrong for saying this and that and the other. And you were wrong for calling him an idiot. And you said this and that and the other. And none of that stuff is true. I was feeling bad that day, and I just, was ragging on everybody. No kind of accountability at all. None. It's all everybody else's fault. And, let both of them tell the story.
Like how what's going on. I said, now him and Dre, that was them two on the phone first. I ain't had nothing to do with that. That was their conversation. I was just like, and that again had nothing to do with how you felt about it. That was just listening to you. That wasn't me coming to you about something he said. That was you coming to me about something he said. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. Move on. He'll come around. I'll talk to him. And when I did talk to him after that, remember, me and him had a long conversation, and he got a better understanding of not so much of, but how, like, you got to go by character more than, listening to what a person says. You got to understand the character of the person that you know, and not what somebody's going to tell you. Me and him talked for like an hour on the phone, and we kind of went through the case and everything. And he was like, "Oh, okay, da 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 da." I didn't think so. I didn't think that was what it is. I just couldn't understand how he got here. Give me that. Give me that.
Well, here's the thing. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. Nobody cares nobody about destroying somebody else's motherfucking life. They don't care about nothing.
Well, I think Drake care about it. So, y'all might not care, but I think Drake care about it.
So I didn't ask for this shit. I didn't ask for this shit. That's all.
Some of you wasn't doing anything in the streets that prompted this.
You didn't ask for it. Jerry didn't ask for it. My family asked for it. This shit is ridiculous right here. So what I'm saying is, please call him in, text him, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I'll call him. What you got? I'll call him.
This is my friend. I'm fucked up right now, you know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
Because that's my best friend.
Well,
that's my best.
This thing, I don't really give a fuck what the bloggers talking about. They ain't shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. That don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
I'm an innocent motherfucking man sitting up in here like I'm dead some shit that's so fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm an innocent motherfucking man. I'm an innocent motherfucking man. No, you're not innocent. Because if you was innocent, you wouldn't be in there. Okay, Buckwheat. And so, did y'all hear her stars? Just all about the Blue Star singing and joking and really kind of getting off the subject. And that's what I'm talking about when I say they both always on separate pages. This man pouring his heart out to her possibly could have lost his best friend and this help for singing a song. Make that make sense to me.
And that I didn't do. So I can't sit and make nobody believe shit. I just got to keep fighting and keep going. But the other shit is clown shit. I can't even have a conversation and at all.
No, everything right, because everything gets thrown out there, and now the jail calls is coming out there. Come on, you worried about that? No, I'm not worried about that because the prosecutor's on all the phone calls. So
Well, it's just not fucking fair to me. I'm not even.
it's because you can't voice anything because the public get it and then they screw it around, and then it's not illegal conversation, it's personal conversation, which if the prosecutor who cares, right? Because it's not illegal. What I'm talking about is just personal conversation. But the public is trying to be nosy and be all in the personal because they're trying to make their little money and make.
Well,
I'm just it's all like TV.
That to me is just like if I said something dirty and nasty about you and you here helping me.
Oh, they said that too.
Can y'all raise your hand or put a purple heart in the chat if y'all went to Nesto's Buckhead Instagram page? Did he not do the same thing that people are doing on social media right today? And it's all about it ain't fair to me. You know, it's all about me. But at the end of the day, sir, you was on social media more than any of these other bloggers ever thought about being on social media. Your page probably had 1,000 pictures on social media because what did you do? You use social media to deceive other people, and now that the shoe is on the other foot, you upset about that. Okay, and y'all don't have personal conversation. The state pay for you. These are these conversations and these calls are to the public because the public tax dollars are paying for you to get those 3 meals that you get every night, every day, and for to house you in the facility that you're in. So you're an award of the state. And when you're an award of the state, nothing is personal. You have no privacy no more. And who did that to you? You did.
They were saying that they said Sonia that Nesto said that you were on the phone call that you was talking about me to Dre, and you were saying that I wasn't that bright and that I was something.
Hold on.
They were saying a whole bunch of stuff, and you need to leave him alone.
First of all, you ain't gonna never hear that motherfucking phone call.
Listen, did I mention it to you? No, I said shit about it. I ain't looked for it.
That's the first thing the motherfucker put out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't never told nobody. No, because I'm gonna keep my motherfucking mouth shut. Now here's the thing.
I know what you do say. I know what you don't say. You just when they be trying to go in on you, you'll be like, nah, I don't say that. That's all you'll say is to just not say that. And that's fine.
But here's the thing. My thing is this right here. I ain't got to sit here and try to act like somebody that I'm not. I'm not gonna do all that. And like I told him, if I said it, I said it. And if I said it, I was angry or something happened, something tricking me to fuck off.
Right.
That ain't what you said. You said you didn't say that. And he said, yeah, you did. You said, no, you didn't. He said, yeah, you did. So you're lying to your girl now at this point. And so Shirley's divorce say, neither would take accountability for nothing they have done. They are always the victim. Exactly. And Miss Boogie Down say, this was one of my favorite calls. I hope Dre bum ass feelings was hurt. Buckwheat knew exactly what Dre was talking about. Exactly. Oh, baby. Dre was crying on the calls, Miss Boogie Down. So Shelly say, Sonya is just like Nastio. Everything is about her. He's trying to tell her the conversation between him and Dre, and now she has a whole story behind something else. Cause she got ADHD. I told you, they always on a separate page. They like he could be talking to her, telling her the sky's blue, and she'll be over there in La La Land thinking that the damn sky's green, okay? Because that's where her brain, that's how her brain operates. And Shirley said, you didn't tell Dre the truth. You told your story, which is a lie. And that's exactly right. Hey, a lady, thanks for joining us today. Yeah, you didn't tell Dre your truth. And you tried to lie your way out of it and try to play like you didn't even say anything. And what you did say, you felt like it wasn't that bad. But once again, how you going to tell somebody else how to feel about something that you said about them? You can't tell me how to feel when I'm feeling bad. You can't tell me, oh, you going to be all right. You don't know that. Okay, so you can't do that. Only Dre know how he feel about what you said about your buddy. So she said, hi, I said what I said. Your character is what you do and say. Nesto and this bitch have horrible doings and sayings. That's right. And they act like his character is just, model. Like everybody want to be like Buckwheat, you know. Um Everybody should just follow his footprint and his footsteps because he's doing so much good and he's doing so many things right, and we all should strive to be like him. And Karen says it's about integrity. Nesto don't have that, nor can he take accountability for his actions. It's always somebody else's fault. That's right. He wouldn't even. His buddy was calling him out, Karen, telling him what he said. And he's sitting up there trying to lie. They two bird brains always have two different conversations. And Miss Boogie Down say because I said what I said because she has the maturity of a teenager. And once again, is woe is me. YouTube didn't do anything but play the calls. Right? She act like we're adding to this and taking away, and nobody never did anything other than play these calls, listen to what y'all had to say, and gave our opinion to y'all words. We're not adding any words in this, ma'am. We're literally listening to the calls, following y'all to a cue, and then just give our opinion about what you say and calling out your lies in the BS. His fake Instagram life is how he was able to scam people. That's exactly right, Shirley's divorce. But now that the shoe is on the other foot, social media is just the devil now, since he can't be on social media deceiving people. And he used social media more than anybody used social media. He had what, 4 or 5, he had like 3 or 4 pages of social media. um Getting in contact, had all kind of people contacting him, asking him where his money was at. But he was out on social media, flashing and flaming and flaming and acting like he was really somebody when he was just BSing people just to scam their money out of them. And so that's what his character is, in my opinion. His character is being a scammer. And Shelley said, who said that? Who said what they were talking about was illegal? What is Sonia talking about? What we said was it's a public information. Exactly. Hey, Bank, thank you for joining us. Vicky say she has ADHD times crack and coke, etc. Dang, Vicky, you got her doing all of that. I don't even think she can walk if she's doing crack and coke at the same time. And Shelly C say the half apology he just gave Drake just went up in smoke after this call. Yeah, because he can't take accountability. And really, he want her to fix it. Just go on and call him, go on and call him. He'll take your call. Now, how many times have he said he gonna take your call? Because he really, just like he want her to fix everything else, he want her to call Dre and get this fixed up. And really, instead of him apologizing to his friend, he want her to call Dre and apologize. And she thinks she can smooth things over, just like he thought he could smooth things over if he just had another conversation with Shirley. So I don't know what magical thoughts they have, or why they feel like they, are so influential. I can't even say the word influential to everybody. The only thing he's influenced is scamming. And yeah, you were able to fool people because you got charisma and you got the gift of gab. And I don't even know, with the type of charisma that you think you have, I still don't know how you was able to scam these people the way that you talk and the way that you think and the things that you say. But like I said, you are a chameleon, and you are like Sybil. You do have a like 16. How many personalities? Somebody corrected me the other day. I think Sybil had what 15 or 16 personalities, and that's who we're dealing with right now, because he has a different personality for everybody that he's talking to.
For me to say that, and if I said it, I do apologize, and I did apologize to him. But that shit don't mean nothing to him right now. That shit, it don't take time, and I do get that part, because he's a man, I'm a man, and some men got, like y'all got women codes, men got men codes too.
All right, exactly.
Well, you didn't honor none of the men code.
If I did say something, I did say it, and
he just don't want his business out there. I think that's what's going on.
I don't.
And that's how what you're going through. So that's all it is. It's he going through what you was going, like what you're going through now. I don't need my business out here.
He said it. No, he said it. He said, "You're right. This shit is too much." He said it. He said,
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a fucking lot.
It's a lot.
It's a fucking lie. This motherfucker's head got way worse shit I got going on, and they ain't getting this type of treatment at all.
Hey, Sunshine, thanks for joining us. So she act like she getting a little joy. It's a lot. So, in so many words, now he get to see what I'm talking about. They've been talking about me all this time. Whoo, I'm glad they on somebody else now and not just me. That's what that sounded like to me.
Nope. 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 And it ain't going nowhere because they keep releasing phone calls.
Well,
So that was the one that was, well, like, I said, girl, listen, that ain't the point. I said, because every time they release a phone call, somebody goes and do a show about it. And then that person do a show about that show. And then that person do that show. And then they release another phone call. And her phone calls are getting, let me tell you, the views. Stop.
Oh, so now she.
And these are white people that's doing the phone calls.
what?
I mean, people. She did it 3 hours ago and she got 10,000 views. And that one just released 3 hours ago.
So it's white people now.
That's white people that's releasing the phone calls from prison is white people.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
So yeah, but 3 hours ago, and they got 10,000 views.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, so like I said, and that's only it's not going anywhere. That's the problem. You know.
Can y'all put some purple hearts in the chat if Shay says she met Buckwheat? Because he said he know who this is that's releasing these calls. So can y'all, put some hearts in the chat if y'all remember Buckwheat having a conversation with Shay and Shay telling Buckwheat she was gonna go ahead and be releasing calls for him because he say he know who it is. I never heard that call before.
The government. That's the government right there.
Oh, the government. My bad.
I know what that is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah. So it's it's whatever at this point.
Well, that's fine. I mean, fuck it, man. It is what it is. I ain't doing shit wrong.
To only focus on the criminal stuff and getting that stuff, squared away and resolved. All the other stuff, he'll be upset, and then but like I said, nothing's going to matter if he gets sunk with this criminal stuff, with this criminal crap. So
that shit fuck with me right now. I mean, I just don't like.
I know.
Around, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about it. So.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well.
She responded to the allegations finally.
What?
Talking about Fanny.
Yeah, she went to church today and did it.
Oh, did she?
That's what they do.
Oh, she gonna go to church and try to make a response to her dating that dude.
That's what she did. She was talking about the white people. White people, if the white people do it, there ain't gonna be no problem.
Mhm. Oh yeah, we can't move like white people move.
Yeah.
I know they didn't think otherwise.
Well, yeah. So yeah.
Especially the way they run the court, they should know. They stop. Kerma beaching.
So yeah. So I didn't know all that. I just got to hit with a whammy again today. I feel like I'm stuck.
Now I thought she liked white people. When did she flip the script on the white people? Because I thought she said she was white. White people were the best people. They didn't even act like us. They were the greatest on the earth. And so when did she stop liking white people? Because I missed that memo. Because I just thought the other day she said the white people were the best ones, and they did things different. And so now she sounds like she against white people. So I don't know. I know she's against Fanny. We know that, but so now she act like she feels some type of way because she feel like Fanny is letting white people go, which we know that ain't true. The law is the law, and if you break the law, it don't matter what color you are, you're gonna be getting picked up, no matter what state you in, no matter what jurisdiction you in, and who you are and where you come from. These police don't play with nobody, no matter what color you are.
All over again today. That shit feel like fucking death, man. Yeah. It's like
we just have to focus on the on phone calls and just clearing all of that stuff up. That's the biggest thing. You know, that's your lifetime plan. This is not gonna end your friendship. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. That's not gonna end your friendship. And this ain't going nowhere. So it's gonna be whatever else until you go to court and that's over. Then they might feel like, okay, it's a wrap. You gotta go to court in order for this shit to die down.
That shit ain't dying down no time soon. Which I don't really.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You gotta go to court because if you go to court and everything come out like it's supposed to, then what's the, you know what I'm saying? What's the gist of it? It's dead in the water. It's like who gives a shit at this point? You know, I'm not guilty. All that shit's dismissed or gone away. I'm good. Y'all keep talking about that little shit y'all talking about. Because like I said, the bigger picture is your freedom. That's it. Everything else you worry about when you get out. Right now, there's no life if you're stuck in there. You got to just really focus on that. Focus on
right now. He's my partner.
That's all I say to people when they be trying to. I'm like, y'all stop bringing up the daughter, stop bringing up the wife. The only thing that's my concern is his freedom. I don't give a shit about what all y'all trying to do. He's just using you. I said, first of all, he in jail. He got to use somebody. Can't nobody in jail. You can't help yourself. Somebody has to help you. So it is what it is. He has to use somebody to help him. Yeah, but he's just gonna dog you out and say, okay, whatever, girl. He's just a user. They say this all the time. I get this all the time. Run while you can. Da 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 da. You know, he talked so bad about you when he was on the phone with Dre and Dion, and I was like, okay, you know.
And didn't she get mad about that? Now, if I can recollect and remember correctly, I think you even actually quit him over the call when he said you can't afford him and that you was and then that he was talking about you. So, you're being contradictory, ma'am.
I didn't even look at what they was talking about. I'm like, I don't care what you're talking about. I don't care. I really don't care. You know, so.
I see one time, but she picked up on right now. He gonna tell you straight up, I ain't never talk bad about you. So I ain't
worried about it. I ain't worried about it.
I'm just saying,
this is what they kept trying to say. Well, you know, Dre's team, Shirley. I'm like, he's supposed to be. Why wouldn't he not be? I mean, that's his wife. He's never said anything bad about his wife. So why wouldn't his friend? This is what they're saying. He's like, when y'all was on the phone, like, they was talking about the wife and then what you had said, and that's messing up your situation or whatever. And, they was trying to say Dre's team, Shirley. What they try, it's certain angles that groups do, right? So one angle is, it'll never be you. It's always his wife. He don't love you. He don't want you. He wants his wife. And Dre don't like you. Dre likes his wife. And I be sitting there like, I don't care about any of that. So y'all sound crazy because all I care about is him getting free. That's the focus. If he goes back to his wife, I don't give a shit. That's him. There's no pressure. I'm not doing this with the hopes of you better be with me. Like that's not how I'm built. So
That's a lie. That's exactly what she waiting on. She hoped that he get free and that he can get out and do some most and scam some more people and make the money that and scam to the level that he was scamming at, to provide her with all other things and more, possibly more than what he was providing for Shirley. And so that's the only reason why you sticking around. And so you cut the cap and cut the crap because you full of crap at this point. And let me just read some of y'all comments before I finish up the call because we don't have that much more of the call to go. It's getting ready to end in just a second. Let me see where we stopped at. Where am I at? Virtue Center. So I think I spoke to you. Hey, Sunshine and Bank. I think I spoke to you guys. And Virtuous Center said he was saying it's the government. Yeah. And the government is funny at the end of the day. It's still funny, man, because that's who the government is to him. The DA, Fonnie, and all her crew. Sunshine say, I don't know why I'm trying to read without these glasses. I'm put these glasses back on. But you and your handler say, stay talking shit about everybody. Right. They feel like they can talk about everybody, but nobody can say anything about them. Miss Boogie Down say he no, his lying ass never met her. It's the government, right? Well, he act like he met Shay. Um, he said he knew who he was, so I don't think he's ever met Fonnie either. So I don't know what part of the government that he's ever met why he's saying he knows so much. And Sunshine said he's just lying. Shay is the government now. Let him tell it she is. Hey, just me. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Buckwheat. That's his name. That's the name that I call him. Just me. Miss Boogie Down say, finally that part, Shirley's divorce. Kim say, so the United Shay of America is now after him. I guess, I guess Shay, maybe Shay and Fonnie working together to bring him down. Maybe that's what he think. I don't know. But he said he knew who he was. Shirley's divorce say she only white when she need to be. Oh, okay. That is the part of her many personalities. I said what I said. Oh, okay. Because I could have sworn she said she was a white woman and she did not like black people. And we were so horrible. And we're always doing this and we're always doing the other. And it's always the blacks that's talking, that bring everything down. And it's the blacks. It's the reason why the world is like it is. It's always the black people problem. And, and she's not black at all. So she said she need to hush and mind her business. Oh, good luck with that, Lady T Bug. She would never hush and mind her own business. And yeah, Lady T Bug, y'all don't add us in this. Miss Boogie Down say this is January 2023. She really started to hate the black folks in the summer and fall of 2023. Phone calls from prison had made a mistake. This call was January 2024. Yeah, the last call that she had on there, she had 2024, but I thought the calls were in 23. Because Dre had already kind of fell off from the calls by this time. So Shelly said clearing the phone calls is not going to change the fact that Nastio talked on his friend Sonia to you. That's right. That's not gonna change. And like I said, Shelly, y'all can't tell this man how to feel. This man is hurt. He was damn near crying on the phone when he was talking to Buckwheat. And Banks say, if this was pre-internet and someone told me this story, I think we were exaggerating while entertaining while entertaining that fact. This is true and it is crazy, right? This is better than the new soap opera. What is the new soap opera called? The Gates or something? Beyond the Gates. This is better than Beyond the Gates to me. And Shelly C say, and Scammy is all he's be able to do because he has no job skills. Right. He was on the internet way more than any of us ever thought about being on the internet. And like I said, he had probably 1,000 pictures with those 3 profiles that he had. Every 5 seconds, he was posting pictures and posting BS to try to make it look like he was somebody than other than who he was, just so that he could scam people. So both of them can get the F out of here as far as I'm concerned.
Stop trying to, ride on that. And they ride on that, and they ride on other things,
We're going to ride on whatever.
So many little.
They gonna cut the, they call it pill call.
That's fine. I love you.
I ain't ready to go home yet.
I know. No, but don't. But you know what? You ain't got to worry about me as far as,
I'm not worrying about that.
Yeah, you know me. I'm built different. You know what I'm saying?
You're not.
Whatever they trying to say, he said this, that's fine if he said.
You're absolutely right. I said you wasn't, but yeah, you are built different because I don't know anybody else that'll uphold any criminal like this. Even people that have family members in jail don't hold them up like you holding them up. You act like this man Boo Boo just don't stink at all.
Said it, girl. I don't care. That's not what I said.
Hold on. It's been 18 months. Now it's been 19 months.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't heard not a motherfucking thing that they done leaked out saying I said anything about you. Okay.
So they said it was something. I just don't research it. When they try to say a phone call came out and he dogged you out or he said this, and I thought he wants this like that, and I'd be like, I don't care.
I'm gonna say it one more time. I ain't got to sit here and sugarcoat shit. I ain't got to do all that. If I do this and do that, I'm gonna tell you straight up, I did it. Fuck it. I did.
Right.
Like I told Dre, if something triggered me out. If I did, I said it. Well, you said it. I said, if I said it, I said it. But something triggered me to fuck.
Now, when she confronted him, did he not lie and say, I didn't say that? When Drake confronted him, did he not lie and say, I didn't say that either? So you just a lie.
Oh, and then he said, kept talking, and I figured out what it was. That guy.
Yeah. It was the charge. That's right. When it was July. When the charge came out. It was July.
Yeah. And I said something triggered me off.
Yeah, the way he took it, and that's what she was pissed off about.
And
Because
I got
me and you
pissed
got to
off.
go for it, the file and go for it, and you was upset that he, didn't come at a different angle with it. But he wasn't saying, you did that shit, but he wasn't saying it like it was out of character for you. And that's where you was pissed off because of how he said it. And you're not, it's just the way you just saying stuff is just not a good way. How you saying it, But I was like, yeah, but it's a lot because everybody is saying everything and it's overwhelming because the bloggers and if he got on YouTube, that was not helping. If that's how he found out, you get me. So, but again, like I found out through looking through the documents, and I automatically knew it was some bullshit. So I was like, that's not him. So that's not him at all. That's a whole lie. I don't know who's saying it, but it's a lie. He ain't that type of person. If if you say no, he'll leave you alone and won't even bring it up no more and not be mad about it. That's how his personality is about anything.
Well, he up.
Oh, he up. He's
Yeah, he waiting on you to call. He didn't. No, I'm telling you, I'm asking you to call.
I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, I don't think it makes no sense for nobody to go to sleep being angry with something that they don't get a full understanding about. And that shit ain't cool. But I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was right when that church came out. It was July the 12th or whatever was the phone call.
I know exactly. I know what's going on. And I kept saying, no, something tricking me the fuck off. And that got to me. That my best.
You didn't. Oh, because you said you didn't get it yet. Because I texted you.
You did because it's off. Shit off.
I texted you exactly what it was, and I said what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, hey, he's still gonna be my friend. He ain't going nowhere, and I ain't going nowhere. But that shit there, they put it out there.
Now, early on the call, did he just not say? Didn't he say Dre wasn't gonna be his friend no more? So which one is it? Is Dre gonna be his friend, or Dre not gonna be his friend? This man just be lying. He lied every. I can't even keep up with the lies. He's so contradictory. He say one lie in one breath, and then he say another lie in another breath. Karen say, I'm so glad I got to hear your take tonight. Thank you, Karen. Hey, Chocolate Drop, thanks for joining us. You've been in the bushes and half sleep. I know. He woke you up with the lies, huh, Chocolate Drop? Shelly say he lied for sure. Exactly, he sure did. Sunshine say the delusion of side hen is sad. He doesn't want you and don't just using you, ma'am, for whatever he can use you for. If it's nothing but to run down his case and read his charges out to him. He got something he wants you to do, and you're just right there, Johnny, on the spot doing whatever. Pick me, pick me, pick me. I'll sign up for anything. Put me in, coach. Sonia, Vicky say Sonia thinks because she's shared her body with him that she knows Nesto so well. Right. That was okay. He called up for 5 minutes every day, Vicky, and he slept with her. So that makes her know him, I guess. I don't know. And she act like she just, she act like she in Shirley's position. Hell, Shirley and Dre don't even know who this dude is, and they've been with him way longer than she have. Vicky say, and they don't know Dre like that. Dre from prison is not Dre now. Right, Dre changed his life around, and he's not the same person anymore. He's a businessman. He's not trying to be in trouble. He really don't want to be on the YouTube streets like he don't want to be in the part of this saga. But unfortunately, he is because he called his buddy, and so he have to be part of the story because he's making the phone calls. Karen said, I don't think either one knows what character means, and neither one of them is built for honesty or respect. No, they don't know what that is. That's like cussing them out, Karen. And it's like a foreign language to them. Shelly said the likes are liking. Please keep up the good work. Hit the like button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Please do. Y'all listen to my moderator. She's telling y'all some good stuff. Banks say Dre don't know this creature. He said what he needed to say to Nestos. And he did, because like I said, Bank, everybody, while he's in jail, everybody really getting to find out who this dude really is. All of them thought he was a great father. They thought he was a great friend. They thought he was a great lover. They thought he was a great businessman. And now the wool is being pulled off. Okay. They pulling back. It's like peeling the onion. The layers are they peeling these layers back, and they're beginning to see who this dude really is. And Lady T-Buck said Nesto can't keep up either. I know he lie every 5 seconds, and he tell, like I said, when you to keep lying like that though, cause see, you can't remember your lies. If you're telling the truth, you can remember the truth. But when you're lying, Bank can testify to that because of the career she used to have. But when somebody lying to you, they can't keep up with it, so it's gonna be a different story every time they talk to you. So Thirsty Rabbit say it's a lot of AI. You think it's AI that's going on, Thirsty Rabbit? Because that's what Buckwheat always say. It's AI. It's a lot of AI going on.
Got to divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
That was. So it is what it is.
Leave the devil out of this. He ain't got nothing to do with this.
That, but it's just a bit. They've been messy since day one. So anything that they put out there, and the key is he can't read the comments.
Why he can't read the comments?
He can't read the comments. That's the key. You can listen to the stuff, but never read the comments because those people are nasty on purpose. They are nasty on purpose.
Oh, you don't want him to read the comments.
All
Okay.
they do is try to say, they look through what everybody else is saying and they try to come with a different angle.
So she's advising Dre not to read the comments. Meanwhile, she's in every chat that she can be in, doing what? Reading the comments.
Say this. Just like every time I ain't got no edges. Like, okay, honey, this ain't my house.
That was in the comments
yesterday. This ain't my house.
That was in the comments.
You know, how am I retired? You know, like people don't retire, especially at 55. Okay, well, I don't know. You know, they just say anything they want. You like anything they could try to do an angle on, they coming for it. You know, you can't. Don't nobody want to be with you because you got bullet holes. Man, they done said everything you could think of. They done went in and said it. You know what I'm saying? And I just laugh at them like, it's whatever, bitch. It's whatever. Like, you know, but again, you know.
I don't feel like it's whatever. Sound like you still pressed. And it sound like you've been in these bushes from day one. And it don't seem like you done stepped out of them, in my opinion. Because you're saying some recent stuff at this point. So I'm going to digress and let you go ahead and keep talking, girl.
I mean, I don't break easy, and I'm not emotional. I'm not an emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
So I take it and I laugh at it because, again, like I say, it's everybody that does it to everybody's post. It's not just happening here. It's, like I said, that little eyelash thing I saw today, everybody was coming for the girl. And all she said was she wanted a light-skinned model. And they just went in on her and was like, that's colorism, you racist, you know, you this, you that, why didn't you say this? You know, and I'm like, damn, it's her business, and if she needs light-skinned people, that's her preference for whatever she needs, then that's what it is. But they just was going in at them. Man, they was giving it to her, you know? So I'm like, that's just what they do. Off of any black story, anything on a black website, these niggas.
YouTube is not black. YouTube is multifaceted.
You let me know if you talk to anybody.
With different countries and languages.
I'll ring it. I'll tell him. I don't know why he didn't call me, but okay, I get it. I'll call him.
What you say?
I said, I don't know why he just didn't call me. But I'll call him.
Come on.
It's whatever you want. You already know that. I'm just here.
I'm just be honest with you. That shit that just fucks with me when people just try to. Let him call me. That's that. This boy don't.
Oh no. I'll call him. Yeah, but I had already called him twice and texted him. That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't.
He wanted to hear from. He wanted to say what he had to say to me first.
Right. He wanted to get that off.
He got it off, and it was well deserved for him to get it off. So he got it off.
Oh, that's a whole nother phone call. Hopefully you'll be home when they release it.
I mean, he's right. He's right what he's saying. He's fucking right what he's saying, but I'm right too. Both of us right.
Y'all both right. Because under normal circumstance, you would have never said that. It was just a lot.
Yes, he would.
Your life is fucked up in that moment.
Man, you know what you talking about.
Because Foul P was one fucked up thing, and they come up back 6 months later with a fucking charge. Who the fuck would not be just a hot mess and just be like, wow, like what kind of support am I getting from everybody that I deal with on the street?
Exactly.
But again, everybody knows how to deal with it or how to support a person that's going through something like this. It's a trick to all of that. You've got to just, you know.
Man, he say I put his business on the street, but he said the shit all the damn time. So what the fuck?
But you wasn't saying that maliciously. You were just saying because what he was saying about the wife, and he was saying just like his wife said this about him. It's the same thing about what
It don't matter what he say. What he said was he don't want his boy talking to you because you don't know him like that. And you really don't know his boy like that. His boy just entertaining you, keeping you entertained like you're keeping him entertained. But at the end of the day, he don't want you to know about his business. That's what the problem is. So tell it right, Buckwheat.
my wife is telling him. That's all you said. You just compared the
Well,
situation.
he cut
You
the
didn't
phone
just
off. He get ready to call. He get ready to cut the phones off. So I love you. So please let me know that you talk to him tonight.
I'll
Ring
text
that
you.
phone off the hook till you pick it up.
I'll text you. I'll call my radio station.
All that text. Okay, all right.
I
Thank you
said I'll
very
text
much.
you. All right.
Oh,
No problem.
you gonna what?
I said I'll text you after I call him. But the text you'll get it in the first thing you wake up.
You have
Yeah.
1 minute remaining.
All right, so all right. I appreciate because his friendship is important to me. He's like
I
important to me.
know. I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And I don't want him to feel no kind of way towards you, and he don't even know you. You feel me?
Well, you know, I always say you can separate that situation from me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm grown about everything.
No,
If people listen,
that's not. That's
I know, but I get what you're saying. You want everybody not to have no animosity.
no,
But
because for the people who trying to help me, they need to be blessed. Because everybody know that's how I roll.
mm-hmm.
So I really don't care nothing about all that other stuff. I'm gonna get past this shit right here. The truth come out, and I'm gonna be free. I know this.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you're not.
I know
No,
it
you're
for a
not.
fact.
Yeah. What type of person is her dad? Is her dad a nice person? Because somebody reached out wanted to interview her father. Because I don't
Man,
even.
that man is cool as a motherfucker. He know what's going on. He ain't slow at all. He know what's
He might not have heard it. That's what I'm saying. He might not be on YouTube because you really don't know what's going on unless you're on YouTube. This ain't really.
He don't do that. He don't do that stuff. He don't do.
Yeah, so he might not be.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications.
All right. Now she want one of the victims' father to be on YouTube. She said he don't be on YouTube, so he might not know the whole story. Don't none of us really know the whole story until we go to court. Okay. And then a while ago you said that Dre need to everything gonna be all right, but Dre don't nobody really know until he go to court. So if he go to court and he's found guilty, are you gonna go along? Are you gonna buy that scenario, little Scooter? Or are you gonna just say they just still ramrolled him and they did him wrong and they just found him guilty because it was a bunch of black people and they didn't have a white jury? I guarantee you're gonna spin it some kind of way. Bank say it's easier to remember the truth than a lie. It is. When you telling the truth, you can remember the truth, Bank. Dre in the bushes, Sunshine said Dre in the bushes still tuned in. He realized his buddy wasn't who he pretended to be. That's right. Everybody realized it, Sunshine. Like I said, everybody got a upfront seat to see who this dude was because he had a facade going on. And keep in mind, he used to be gone all the time. So he didn't sit still long enough for nobody to figure out who he really was. Now he can't do nothing but sit still, sitting around talking on the phone all day to his side piece, and all his real true feelings is coming out. And now everybody beginning to find out by and by who he really is. And Miss Alina she said they were nasty, but she didn't say we were lying. Right. She know we not lying. Bank say I think they removed her moral compass with some of her colon. Sorry, but not sorry. I try not to talk about her health either, Bank, but I'm inclined to believe you on what you're saying about that. Shelley say people definitely retire at 55. It's just that you didn't after not having a career, Sonya. Yeah, what the hell you retired from? Scootering? Scootering on from carrying. I don't think people require for retire. She make me so sick. I guess y'all can tell I'm getting exasperated with her. She make me sick. Shirley says she's scared to call Dre, and I believe Dre put nasty in his place all the time. He do, and he called him out on his bullshit. Hey, Chick-fil-A, you just missed the 2 calls, and so don't worry about the panel gonna refresh you. They finna get it. Miss Boogie Down say, Sunshine, true statement, sis. Freeware, Sunshine say. And Chocolate Drops say, it's still hard for me to believe Shirley Strawberry married this food. These two were made for each other. They really were. Okay. And Shirley, to me, Chocolate Drops, Shirley, I know some of y'all like her, but this is just a younger version of Shirley when it comes to mindset and mental. They both think just alike. Shirley was on the same bandwagon. They just treating a black man bad, and they just trying to hold him down, and they doing, they just do this to black people. And she lived with the food. So Shirley say, you said it perfectly. I said what I said. The spin will be on. Right. And let's see any more comments. She say Sonia Sunshine say Sonia put no time in for nothing. So she retired from what? I like I said, scootering and around. Yeah. She retired from bullshit. All right. Hey ladies, I have Vicky on board and I have black
It's
aunties.
bank. Yep, it's
Uh
bank.
Bank. Okay, Bank. You
That's
gotta
what bank
move.
stands for. But see, bank stands for Black Auntie No Kids.
Oh,
And I,
okay.
yeah, and I thought I'd be cute and throw up the lady police officer, you know.
Oh, okay. So
Just
I'm
to,
like, yeah, you got a whole new everything. I thought I had a new person up here.
oh, so you might not have let me up. She probably been like,
Child, I didn't even check, so
I'm
I
just
really, I did,
teasing.
yeah. And plus, you're right though. I do need to start checking that kind of stuff in case. So,
Yeah, you do. Good
Yeah.
right,
evening,
Mhm.
everybody.
because I don't even be thinking about. I
I
don't
was,
even have a
yeah,
banner up or none of that to check and stuff.
yeah.
So
I
I'm
was
about to
waiting
start
for you to,
remembering that.
yeah, I was waiting for you to say, who is this? Because you know how Lady T is. I don't know who you are.
I don't know you. Show me your get on screen for a second.
Right, I don't know who
I
you
don't know who
is.
you is.
That's right. And I need to get into the habit of that because that's one thing, I'm
Mhm.
slacking on that. I don't be thinking about that. I'm just thinking everybody all friendly and we just
Mm-mm.
all into the
No.
call and
Someone tried to spam, like kind of like come in and do like the spamming thing. While I dropped
Mhm.
the link on one of my lives, and
hmm
Right.
they were coming up, and I'm like, show, put your camera on, and they,
hmm
oh, my camera's not working, my camera's not working, and they had like a different kind of name, like a very ethnic name. I was like, okay, I'm not playing this game with you,
Right.
because
Hmm.
next thing you know, your genitals will be on the screen. I am not playing with you, okay?
Yeah. That's why a lot of content creators now they use StreamYard, like Lady T does it. They just have a cover. They just have that the
Overlay.
overlay. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
even show because it's strange. I've been out in these YouTube streets and I've seen some strange stuff in some strange spaces. And for some people who are targeting, but also just trolls, just people just
Yeah,
trolling
they
the
just
internet.
they just be
Yeah.
like they just be. I don't understand it. Like, I mean, there's that one site where you can go and just hop on different not I guess live not live streams, but I forgot what it's called, but it's old. It's an old website. You basically just you can skip people, and but you can start talking to them. I forgot what it's called, but there are people on there who will troll like just randomly. I've gone on there and they'll show you get on screen with them and you just want to have conversations with them. It's basically two-way conversations on video, and you see penis.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I
Mhm.
definitely I'm gonna put a note to self to put a banner up and start checking people since you said that because I do get trolls when I make shorts though and when I do
Mhm.
post.
Mhm.
Sometimes, yeah, I know you probably noticed that too. So sometimes I have to go in there and especially when I do my political stuff. So I have a lot of MAGA coming
Oh
in my
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
mine
got
is the like, cause I like hip hop, so mine is like the Lil Wayne and Drake fans. They're like,
yeah, they'll get on
bitch, fuck you. What the
yeah,
fuck you
yeah.
talking about? Oh, ugly ass bitch. Drake got more money than you.
Yeah, that's how they did me with Tyrese when I called him a
Let me
deadbeat father on Threads. Baby, they told me up, and I was going back and forth with them because I had fun with them.
You
And
gotta
they,
relax. You gotta relax,
yeah,
cause I'll go back and forth with them, and I bet I'm like, come, Victoria, real, you don't know these people from Adam.
listen.
but wait a minute, I went
It's
back and
sad.
forth. I went back and forth so much, and I told him, I say, well, y'all sitting up here gunning for him and all of that. I say, but he got to be careful who he have a baby by. That ain't my fault that he decided to go get a clear person to have a baby because he already should have known. When if she not clear, she almost clear, and that's what he get. Okay. Trying to get the prettiest girl in the room. If he just go get somebody that's not all that attractive, then maybe he wouldn't have these type of problems.
But let me tell you this real quick. I've been pretty much my content has been focused around or centered around this whole Nesto drama. I don't get trolls. Nobody cares enough to
How?
troll me about Nesto. In other words, he ain't got no friends out there. I never get no bleeding heart, like give the man a break or you just being mean. I don't
Right.
get none of that.
Nobody, and it's most people who come to like new to my channels. Like, hey, I'm new to your channel. Yeah,
Uh,
this guy's a mess. I
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
can't believe. Is this really Shirley Strawberry's husband? I'm like
Right.
ex husband now. Yeah, and I have to give. I have to go in and well, I'm like, damn, he does not really. Now that you say that, Bank, he does not really have anybody that's defending him.
Nope.
All these people he didn't help. He was Saint Ernest on the street. Saint Ernest
Right.
Lavelt.
Right. Right. He's supposed to be all of that, help so many people, but you have nobody that's speaking up for you, sir. But let me so Vicky came up first and then
Okay.
Okay.
Bank and then Miss Boogie down, and I'm gonna let you guys go for it.
Okay. I'm gonna go on mute to keep my mouth shut.
So I'm gonna have to defend Dre a little bit, okay? Because she said y'all been going on Dre saying now he crying, he's humming and humming it like a little bitch. Listen, that if that's your friend, your
Mm,
good friend who you have been like through the trenches with, yeah, it hurts. And how often do we really get to see kind of men be vulnerable like that and see them in a vulnerable space? Because a lot of times they hold that stuff in, and we get mad when they don't tell us like their internal feelings, and they aren't vulnerable with us. And when they are, we're like, oh, you acting like a bitch. Like, so I even though sometimes I giggle when I see a man cry. I just thought it's just, I don't know, it's something in me. God got to heal me from that. But I felt him on that. Like, damn, I don't know this woman. You trying to push her sister on me. Now I kind of know why you were trying to push her sister on me. I got an idea why you wanted to keep tabs on me and tabs on my money. Um, it's just all Dre became was a pawn in Ernest's game of checkers. If that makes sense. He was trying to play. He was trying to place Dre somewhere in this little game he was trying to play while he was in jail. Well, he thought he was playing while he was in jail, and the fact that he did let Sonya, he seems to not be able to check Sonya whatsoever. She is a whole out of pocket. She doesn't have that much clout. She doesn't have that much power. She has power now because he relinquished everything to her. But Sonya has never had power. I mean, if he were a real, if Ernest were a real man, he would have had her under control from the get go. Like literally, even though she's crazy as cat shit, he would have had her under control. Not saying that he should, but she does need a little bit of like rearing. But he would have had her under control a long time ago. She's out of control, and now she's bored, and now she ain't got no money. He would have he would have nipped all this calling your friends idiots, calling your son girl. Um, to me, it sounded like she was messing with Lamont. That's just me. I don't know if anybody agrees. Trying to push her over there on the attorneys to see if the attorney would sleep with her or do something nasty with her. He would have had her better. Let me put it this way: he would have had her more trained than what she acts like. I do feel like Dre still very much cares about him because they have history together, and sometimes in friendships, all you have is history. You don't have that connection anymore, and those are the friendships you kind of have to let go. They can call you, y'all can catch up for like 10, 15 minutes, and then that's it and that's all. And Dre might want to put like 20, $25 or $50 on his books, and that a month, or if he so desires, or every quarter when he does his paperwork, write him as a write him in as a tax write off or something. But I don't think I mean, realistically, if he's not being called as a witness, Dre should just cut Ernest off in the nicest way. And the fact that Nesto didn't take really anything Dre was saying seriously, he's like, oh yeah, we'll just go back and call him now. Dre was still pissed. Dre was still pissed at the end of that call because Nesto was trying to rush up off that phone. And he didn't really get to say what he had to say, and he was trying to be polite because he knew YouTube was listening. Why would you send this girl into the warpath and knowing that Dre didn't really get to say what he had to say. He didn't get everything off his chest because he was saying, "Oh, go get it off your chest." But then, oh well, all right, I'm gonna go check them people, and nothing is ever his fault. That wasn't his fault. The reason why he let Sonya call Dre an idiot is Dre's fault because Dre wouldn't give him money. Like it's just stupid. And I think that's enough for me ranting right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, he said he told Dre that she was gonna call.
Hmm.
He had no business sending her back over there to call.
No,
He needed to.
he
But if you
wanted
remember,
her to fix
Vicky,
it.
real quick though, remember I think it was in the text that she did let him know. I don't think Dre ever picked the phone up or responded to her text.
I wouldn't either. He
Mhm.
lucky he didn't cuss her out. Cause Dre seems like a good cusser outer. He seemed like he gave you them old grandmama cuss outs. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, what you
Mhm.
do? I'm
Why he eating his neck bone and greens and stay licking his fingers.
what I mean. He sounds like he can concentrate on a cuss out while he's unloading
Yeah.
his trailer and he's
Hmm.
taking off his boots and
Yep.
he scratch it under his titties and he can cuss you smooth out and let you know, like, listen, don't I
Mhm.
have been successful in business for a long time. I straightened my life out. Now whatever Nesto is in there for, has nothing to do with me. He may have
And
mentioned
also,
my name a few times, but that no.
mhm.
Go
And
ahead, I'm
Vicky,
sorry.
think about it. He also referenced early on when the calls are leaked how his mama and his sisters was on his back. So he ain't just got to answer to Nesto for this mess, and then to hear Nesto talking mess about him. His people probably look at him sideways crazy. And
He
it's one
is.
thing for him to have pillow talk with Shirley. That's his wife. But he's over here pillow talking, telling Dre's business to this complete stranger.
Yeah, he's telling, and then like trying to. He was, and that's such a liar. He implied early on that yeah, your sister and my boy, my partner gonna hook up,
Mhm.
and he made it sound like yeah, he's waiting for to hear from her, and when they got them on the phone, that was a wrap. They didn't even neither they didn't want to talk to each other because both of y'all they know both of y'all
Hmm.
ain't shit people. Like her
Hmm.
sister knows that she's not about anything, and Dre knows that Nesto is a dog. So
Hmm.
Well,
they
But
don't.
why
Dre
was he
said,
so hurt, Vicky?
but Dre
Why
said
was he
she,
so hurt?
but Dre said her sister was an idiot.
No, no, no. Dre didn't say that. Dre
Yes, he
knows.
did. Yes, he did. He said, "I don't want to talk to her. She an idiot. I don't want to talk to that idiot." That's
No,
exactly what he said.
he was repeating what Sonya said.
Oh yeah, he was.
Why was
No,
Dre?
he
Now
said
why is
that.
he so hurt, Miss
He said
Lady?
that. But hold on a sec. He said
I'm
that
sorry.
Right. Why
too.
was he so hurt, Vicky? Because
But
What?
Vicky gonna
hold
be
on one
the
second.
Dre
Hold on one
sponsor.
second. Hold on one second, guys. I got it
You
on
got
headphones speaking. He called her an idiot also. He
What
said,
she
I
is?
wouldn't want to talk to that idiot. Not to her. He said, I wouldn't want to talk to her. And then he called Sonya an idiot also, but he called Sonya's sister an idiot too. He said, I wouldn't want to talk to her.
I don't know.
mm.
Maybe that's the sass. I don't know. But I'll be pissed off too. Everybody gonna be an idiot. Everybody will be more than an idiot if that were in my shoes. If I were in his shoes.
Mhm.
I mean, he was being polite and not cussing and not cussing and fussing. You can tell by the sass in Dre's voice sometimes that I'm serious. He knows how to give you those good, like he can cuss you out like a grand. He has the insults that a grandpa has, but say it in a way that a grandma only a good Southern grandma can. Like he'll call you a nasty scallywag, low down, dirty hole. Like I mean, he come up with all the old school rants. But I think he was Dre. If you're saying why was Dre so hurt, because
Mhm.
I mean that's a long term friend. That's somebody that you still kept up with after prison. Y'all looked out for each other after prison. A lot of times these jail people
But
like prison.
they didn't look out for each other because he said in previous calls that he don't hear from Nesto.
Well,
You,
that's recent. That's more
no, no,
recent.
no, 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 no. When he was telling Nesto about him finding out like he had reached out to him or whatever have you, and he wasn't getting no feedback, but he said he still had Dion's number and he called Dion and Dion had put him on to what was going on. he said to Dre in one of the earlier calls that was released in 2022, well, like I don't hear from you. So my thing is like he's a fair weather friend to you. Now I will agree that Dre may have been his friend, but Nesto is never Dre's friend.
Right. Well,
When I say
well,
looking
hold
out
on,
for,
hold on, y'all. Vicky, y'all hold y'all thoughts and write them down and let Bank speak, and then we'll let Miss Boogie down speak, and then we all can speak together. But I want Bank to be able to say what
Okay.
she wanted to say also.
Yeah, I even wrote it. Look, I wrote it down. I'm learning.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
one of the things that I kind of I wrote it down to piggyback off of what Vicky was talking about. w- Just this whole thing to me, Nesto's manipulation. We know what it's all about because he thinks he's a kingmaker. He is he is the puppet master in his ego. We know that, but because I focused so much on the text, because I kept thinking, like, you know what, this time frame, especially the time frame around September, like shortly around that time when Shirley went on the radio. But he actually expresses himself in those text messages unlike he does on these calls or the video visits because he doesn't get interrupted by Sonia. And he's also able, he's just there alone with his thoughts, even if some of them are, helped, Chat GPT is helping him. And there's a point where and he does this a couple of times. He is scared. This man is scared. He's in that jail, not just kidney punch Kenny. He's scared that he's going to DIE in jail. That they got that I think he knows that in every fiber of his bone. So this is, the last gasp to me. So he's moving everybody around at this point, because if this was in October, I think I would say October, November, when I think it finally hit him that this ain't no laughing matter anymore. Because I always was trying to. I don't know if you guys agree or think about it. Like when do you really can really hear that Nesto? You can kind of hear the resignation in his voice. I don't know through the calls because they were all over the place, but definitely in the tone of the text. And then he rallies. But at the very core, Nesto is because I wrote it down because I'll go off track. He's old school pimping right now. He's pimping Sonya and Dre. And I think that's another thing that Dre, maybe Miss Boogie Down, he was kind of hurt about because he like, you basically are putting me out there like I'm somebody on the stroll. And treating him like he's a buck in his stable. And he already treats the women in his life like that.
Well,
He,
I
he
I feel like he started getting scared after the CP charges hit right after this call.
Mhm.
Right, like on this day,
Yeah.
because he was okay and Shirley was still on board. And then when Shirley told him he had to get his own lawyer, and
Hmm.
that was in what, 2023, in
yeah.
Hmm.
January of 2023.
Yeah.
A lot happened in January, and that's when he started realizing. That's when he stopped all the laughing and all the talking and the hee and the ha, and he started taking everything serious. But let me speak to a few people, and I'll let you
Sure.
guys talk. Hey, Nesto Shackles, Shuffle Walk with Shame, and Busybody 41, and Lady Janice. Welcome to the Truth Telling Squad, and thank you guys for joining us. And let's see if anybody else came in. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and go now.
Yeah, Miss Boogie
Oh,
Down.
Miss Boogie Down time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, I guess maybe, and maybe this is where I'm becoming compassion deficient, right? And I can own that. It's part of my flaw. This is where I'm going to be very judgmental. One thing that I think all of us as adults should know is our friends, right? So even if your friends aren't being friends to you, you know who you're being real with, and you know what I'm saying? You know when they contact you. You'll have those fair weather friends that once in a blue, maybe once or twice a year, they may hit you up and contact you and just be like, hey, how's it going? Or whatever have you. And y'all do that catch up. You'll have your friends that you're constantly in contact with. Y'all speak on a daily, weekly, whatever basis, monthly basis. You know what I'm saying? Then you have those friends where y'all might be on social media with each other, but maybe once every few years when something happens or something like that, you'll have those contacts. And maybe I'm using friends too loosely. You'll have friends versus associates. As far as I'm concerned with Dre, this man gave you too many signs that he is possibly capable of being this creep. Now, granted, I get the fact that he didn't think it could happen to him, but the mere fact that he's so like, oh my God, yeah, because I could hear the hurt. I agree with everybody with that. I could hear the hurt, but I like I said, maybe I'm just compassion deficient on this one. I felt like that was good for him. Like he needed to know that in his big old age that this dude is a creep and he's capable of doing that. And it was the same thing I felt with Sonia when she more so went in on the text part, because I guess she thought at that point, like we couldn't get access. We wasn't accessing the text. It was more so about the phone calls. So she was like, you made a fool of me. I don't understand why in this situation, I'm going to be team Nesto on this. Why are y'all mad that a snake is being a snake? This dude is being accused of some awful things. And even if you don't believe everything, you like, dang, I mean, how bad could this man's luck be that all of these things are coming in on him? None of it. I mean, both of them sat there with these like invisible blinders, like none of it could be true, to the capacity of whether you thought he was into the CP or whatever have you. Okay, that's categorical. And maybe you just never, pictured that part. But for them to act like this dude is such a saint, and then when he does what a snake does and be a snake, then you want to be mad. It's like when these idiots were taking like tigers and trying to bring them in their homes, right? Or these snakes that they bring in the homes. And then when the snakes or the tigers do what's in their DNA to do and attack, everybody wants to get all like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Like, why? This is what he is. He is a creature of habit. He is not a good person. And Dre should know, because Dre, unlike Sonia's just demonetized and delusional. So we're going to leave her out of it for a minute because you really don't know this man. But Dre, I'm not giving no passes to, because you've been around and know this man's cycle. Maybe not every time he was getting locked up or whatever, but you had enough sense to see that y'all kind of started this life of crime out together and getting yourselves in trouble. And you've seen how many times he became a habitual offender and you actually learned from your mistakes. So even if you didn't know the intricate details of how vicious this person could be, you should have had some inkling of this dude is not who he says he is. And it should have been way before these calls were released. I can't get mad at Nesto for being a piece of, because that's what he is. And I can't understand how Dre missed all of those signals. I can let Dion slide because that's his dad and he's got this fake fantasy as a child in his mind. He wants to have this relationship with his dad. I get that. Again, like I said, I really don't focus on Sonia. I don't even really focus on the calls when they're being reviewed with her, because I think we've made her way too more relevant than she needs to be. But as far as Dre goes, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just, like I said, compassionate deficient, because I just don't agree that, not that I don't agree. I don't feel sorry for him being as hurt as he is. I do agree that he is hurt, but I don't feel sorry for him. So, and that's my plight, and I'm going to stand on business on that.
Well, Miss Boogie Down, I don't like doing Sonia calls either, but I thought the call was relevant. Because
no, I get that. I'm just saying in general.
They go hand in hand. But I generally try to stay away from her. I definitely try to stay away from her ass too, because the Edith Bunker voice just gets me. I'm telling you, I was gritting my teeth throughout the whole call, the whole time she was talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No. And I get it for this call. We definitely needed to hear hers. I'm just saying in general, but I can't, my fellow Libra on this panel, Ms. Vicky, I'm going to let her be the compassionate one. Maybe my scales are off. I just can't feel sorry for Dre on this one, because I feel like anybody who has that, and even with Nesto, when you think about the calls with Lamont, when Lamont finally showed his hand that he was broke and he wasn't coming out, I couldn't feel sorry for him because he made a very relevant statement to Sonia in that call with that April one with that bond stuff. And he was like, no, I can't do that, and this and this and that. And then he was talking to Sonia, and Sonia was like, well, you know how people are. People will say, and they'll play in your face, and they'll say this and say that. And what did Nesto say? He said, yeah, but he's never done that to me. So you're acknowledging that Lamont is a piece of trash, but because he's never been a piece of trash to you, you was cool with him. That's the same way I feel about this Dre call. I don't think Dre is far removed from the fact that this dude is no good. It's just that now, oh snap, the snake actually bit me. Well, he did what he was supposed to do because this is the type of horrible person that he is. So now it's like, yeah, I get it. Dre is hurt. I'm not, removed from that, from feelings from that, but I don't feel compassion for him because I feel like you was cool with it as long as it didn't affect you. Now he done bit your A, and now all of a sudden, you're devastated. Why would you be devastated? He showed you that he's capable of this.
I mean, I feel I'm not looking. I guess I'm not looking at it like these are form. Well, I'm looking at. I know Nesto is an inmate, but Dre is a. I guess I'm taking the fact that he is an inmate kind of sort of out of the picture. If I know, I hear what you're saying, and I agree. Like you shouldn't be
Down to
like
him saying he didn't love his wife. So you know what this man's capabilities are. You know he's good at playing in your face, pretending to be something that he's not. So my thing was like when I listened to this call with Dre, my whole thing was like, when he's getting on and he's all choked up for words, I get it. That was genuine for Dre. What I don't have is sympathy for that situation. That's all I'm saying.
Let me just say this. I'm sorry, Vicky, because I know you probably have a train of thought, but can I just say this? And no disrespect to none of you guys on the panel, but I don't care. I don't care. This is entertainment to me, and I know we're just talking about it because I mean it's really good talking. But I guess during this whole saga, and there was a point in time that I would have I would try to break it down. I even caught myself like earlier thinking about what Nesto's going through. At the end of the day, Dre's a grown man. And when I was listening to all of this, you brought the conversation to the surface, Miss Boogie Down. But I was just listening to it. To me, Dre just got to eat this. Dre's embarrassed. It ain't hurt. He's embarrassed. And he's embarrassed because we're all listening to it. And like I said, his mom and his sister are
I
listening
don't know.
to it.
He sounds like he's crying to me, Bank. But at
But
the end of the
he's
day,
embarrassed.
but at the end of
Embarrassment can cause. I mean,
at the
think about it. It's shame, embarrassment. I got to, these people going to be, men are soft
no,
at the end of the
no,
day.
that ain't what he displayed. He didn't display anger. He displayed
No, I
hurt.
didn't say anger. I said embarrassment leads to feeling
Embarrassment.
shame.
Yeah,
No,
he displayed hurt to me. He sounded like he was already crying when Buckwheat called, and he had to wipe his damn nose and eyes and stuff out.
listen,
But at
maybe
the end
you,
of the day, Vicky have always
uh-huh,
like
pick a
Dre. Y'all
passion.
already
Yeah.
know. Bank, you remember? I used to tell y'all all the time, Dre ain't shit either, because birds of a feather flocks together, and that's what he
And
gets.
that's the point. That's why I never really thought too deeply about his emotions or his feelings. But I guess I'm thinking about me, Lady T Bug, and it's funny because, and I said Lady T Bug. I said what I said. My nephew came over today, and he basically announced to us yesterday that he's expecting a child. Okay, so we were all talking about it, but he has to answer to the aunties. So that's why I say that about Dre. He had to answer to his mama and his sisters.
Right, right,
If it was me, I'd be calling look my brother like we're gonna have to talk.
right.
So why you like basically the conversation we're having? That's what he would be listening to the point where he just walk out the house. I think I guess I never really thought about him as Boogie Down because when you asked the question, I'm like, why is she asking that question? Why did he sound
Well, I
so
said it
hurt?
based on Vicky's
No,
statement because
no,
Vicky
I
let us
know.
off.
I
Yeah.
want to hear what Vicky got to say about it. Vicky,
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
got to say, sweetie?
Sorry,
Vicky.
I'm here. So I look at it. I am looking at it from like a personal perspective because I always try to balance it out with okay, this is still a human being, and that's because I really I can go there. I can be like, this the same way Miss Boogie Down feels like, well, screw him. Like he knew it was just his time. Like he knew his friend was a scammer. He knew his friend didn't do right by his wife. If your homie is constantly cheating on the person he shares a bed with, shares a marital contract with, he's not a good. I'm sorry. Like if you cheating on your spouse, you hate me if you want to hate me, but this is my feeling. Like if you cheat, like it's one thing you in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, but you married her, and if you cheating constantly and your people know that you're cheating, it's only eventual that they gonna screw you over in some way somehow. So Dre knew that Nesto married Shirley and didn't love her. Dre knew that it was all a farce. Dre knew that Nesto constantly had his, he felt like his hands were full with dealing with Shirley and her high maintenance attitude and so forth. But Dre knew why he was there. Dre understood that Nesto wanted high profile women. So a part of me is like, well, it was just your turn. So why you get, why you can't, you gotta choke it up and eat it. But the more human side of me is like, well, damn, that was his long term friend, and it does hurt when you finally get screwed over by that friend who screws everybody else over. So I understand both sides of it. Um, I try to keep that human side, that compassionate side of me active because I can be very cold. Listening to these calls has made me more dispassionate about things. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's actually helped me out quite a bit, especially in my personal life because all these sob stories about people that I'm hearing, like in my personal life and stuff. Listen, this has made me real. This has opened my eyes up to a lot more what I was blocking out. But I do feel I feel bad in the sense that this was his homie that he thought they were gonna be ride or die, and he let a bitch, a low down, dirty, you know, dugout, bald head scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back, gelled up, weaved up, her hair is messed up. Talk about him in a way that she had no business even opening her mouth, and then he just sitting there behind jail walls, not even checking her. So I feel him in that sense, but then again, I'm like, well, this was just your turn. So that's I'm seeing both sides. I'm trying to balance it out. I'm not trying to be totally like just mean, but I'm trying to show my compassion. That's it.
I respect that. I just don't agree. That ain't my
Mm.
scales is that. My
Me
scales is
either.
like good for you, ninja. Aha, you found out that anybody can get it, right? That's
Yeah,
what we say
absolutely.
about Fonny, right? That's the phrase. Fonny, anybody can get it, Fonny Willis, right?
Well,
Like
and
you just found out
Mhm.
anybody can get it, Dre. And so yeah, I hear you choked up or whatever have you, but oh well. Like
the
you
same
got it
goes for
too.
Sonia. The same goes for Sonia. Like I don't know
Absolutely.
what made her think that she was so above the wife. Like the, the call that we just heard last night, that he was on, or the night before last, he was on there talking filthy nasty to her,
Yeah,
and a
that's
couple
it.
days later, like a week later, he's sitting on there trying to, begging Shirley to let him know,
Yep.
can he come home. So
Yep.
and so you're no she's no better, and I don't like talking about Sonya, but since she's inserted herself, it's inevitable to, that she's going to come up in a subject, and she's also kind of impacted his the proceedings of this case in a certain sense. We
Mhm.
don't know how yet
Mhm.
until we get there and we get to June and see like what's really going to go down. But as far as like as far as this goes, it just shows like how deep this man was going to manipulate. And not and if I was the prosecutors, all they got to do is bring in a psychologist, bring in a psychologist, and like get, kind of break down some, like just break down several different interactions within the same day of Nesto. It's like, well, then he is just an abject liar, and how he twists and turns things. He could sit there and say it's civil, but that's not what you had. That's not what you told the person. He can twist
Listen,
it. Go ahead. Sorry.
listen. All they would have to do, if they could do it, if they let's go with lawyer Sonia, attorney Sonia. They don't know your character. Well, this is what you do. It's like, okay, we need to know Nesto's character, so I'm gonna have the jury listen to a playlist from phone calls from prison. Get to know his character. And Sonia's just playing. I really think she has, like you said, Vicky, they need to also, somebody needs to put a net around her and drag her off somewhere. This woman, I used to think it was maybe because of, the pow pow. But if you listen to her talk about her early childhood, the damage was done well before then. And she has a personality disorder. And I
Yep.
think she also has I think it's a little bit of an addictive personality disorder too. She's addicted to Nesto. And it's not because of anything that he's done. In her brain, that P brain in her, she's decided that this is the man that she wants. And
Well,
for some reason, she will not unlock from him. She knows everything that we're saying is true.
exactly.
But but
In my
yeah.
opinion, in my
Mhm.
opinion,
Mhm.
all of he's a scammer.
Mhm.
She's a scammer.
Yep.
Birds of a feather flocks together.
Mhm.
And he scammed the shit
Yep.
out of everybody. Okay, he used everybody, and he scammed everybody. And and keep in mind, like Lady T Bug say, nobody ever holds him accountable for his own
Nope.
actions.
Yep.
And so he's
Yep.
able to get away with whatever. And they all seem to just succumb to him and just say, even with Dion cuss him out and tell him this gonna happen and that gonna happen. And then
Mhm.
he'll say, oh man, I understand. They all bow down to him at the end of the day. They may say what they're gonna say to him, but like you said, he's the king. And the king, sometimes they have to rein the king in, but they also bow down to the king for whatever reason. And I don't understand why everybody bows down to him. I don't understand why everybody allow him to get away with what he gets away with. But at
Mhm.
the end of the day, everybody know who they're dealing
Well, you
with.
know who didn't
And
bow down to him? Real quick, Sheridan didn't
now Sheridan, she the only one that didn't bow down to him. But at the end
consistently.
of the day,
Mhm.
everybody know who this dude is. Everybody know he's capable of all of this shit that he's been accused of. But they just, how you can say, well, I know he did this in the past, and I know she did that. But even with the CP charges, Shirley and Dre both, well, I don't believe you that type of dude. I hope you ain't that type of dude. I ain't never known you to. Just because y'all don't know nothing doesn't mean he not this type of dude. And at the
Mhm.
end of the day, everybody know he's capable of whatever these charges are. They all know it's a possibility that he could be guilty. And I'm not saying, I've never said he's guilty of everything that they throw in the book at him, but he's guilty of a lot of this shit. And we're watching him manipulate everybody in the circle. And everybody bow down and everybody allow them, they allow him to manipulate them. And they don't say anything about it. They get mad, they get in their feelings. And yes, it was an eye opener for cause Little Scooter and Dre thought they were special. And
Yep.
Mhm. Yep.
Shirley, Little Scooter, really all of them. All of them
Mhm.
thought they had a place in his heart. Everybody except for Lamont. I don't think Lamont give a damn one way or the other. But the rest of them, they all thought they had a special spot in his heart and that he wouldn't do them like that. But what did he do? He did them like that.
Yeah. Because that's how he thinks. That's how
Yeah,
he felt
Mhm.
about Lamont.
exactly.
And when he made that comment to Sonia with that bail call back in April of 2024, that's when you got to see the mindset. So you acknowledge the fact, Lamont is a bum, but he ain't never been a bum to you. And that's all I'm saying to with the Dre situation. Like for them to be like both of them to be so taken aback as that he could actually do this to him. Why? He's being who he is. He's
Right.
being who he is. And at that point, like I said, not to be ever team Nesto, but I'm gonna side with Nesto because a leopard don't change they spots. So you're mad because, or you're disappointed, hurt, whatever words we're going to use. You're disappointed that you got it. All I'm saying is, like, I have friends who don't maybe walk the path that they should walk or whatever have you, but I don't put
Mhm.
nothing behind anybody. I don't ever assume that I can't be one of the victims, especially if you know
Mhm.
you're dealing with somebody who's not walking right. That's what I'm going with. It's not the fact that it happened to him and that he's hurt. He's
Mhm.
entitled to have feelings, and I'm empathetic to that. What I'm saying is the mere fact that it really is so
You
shocking to
breaking
him,
up?
like
Mhm.
that part I can't relate to. And I'm just like, sorry, that part I just don't relate to. Because I'm like, you gotta know that it was possible for you to have your day too. And everybody
Right.
is
Right.
just so shocked and so appalled, like, oh
Right.
my God,
Well,
how could he do
well,
this? This is who he is.
And
well,
they
speaking
surprised.
of that, yeah, speaking of that, relationships, all of them across the board, no matter if you were his spouse or his child or even his dog if he had one. All relationships to Nesto are transactional. He puts a
Yep.
value on it, and it's always about payback or remember what I did for you here, there, and everywhere. Everywhere. With Dre, it's always Dre gives him some credibility. Dre gives him that quote unquote prison credibility. We were locked down. We did time together. This is my brother. But he also now gives him that respectability because he's a business owner. He drives trucks. He owns a home. So it's the transactional part of it that Shirley does, that the women in his sphere did not get. I get transactional relationships, and I would have seen it what it was for real quick. That's why Erica is the only one walking away. Basically, she understood that Nesto is a transactional ninja,
Right. And
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 you,
she understood she might be going to jail for a long time, so she went ahead and
right.
flipped the script. So that let's not forget
Mhm.
that part of it also, because
But what I'm saying is, she knew
she
who
is
she was
part of the
dealing with. Yeah, but
yeah,
she
but
knew who she was dealing with.
she did, but she also thought about her freedom for a long
Oh
time
yeah,
too. So
definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
most
it
definitely.
took, I mean, it took her, probably took her a minute because maybe she thought that he was going to tell, or, maybe there was some some hesitation about, okay, is there loyalty amongst thieves? No, there isn't at this point. And I
Right.
think that's what Ernest, he hems and haws about that. He thinks that there's some honor, but he doesn't have any. He doesn't walk with honor. He doesn't walk with a good spirit. So there is no honor amongst thieves. There's no honor, honor amongst decent people who are trying to make a living and putting their trust in you because you say you're going to do something. And although some of the relationships are inappropriate, they gave you money for a specific reason, and or they did a service for you and you screwed them over.
Cause
So
you're a scammer.
mhm.
And that's what scammers do. They screw you over. And like I said, that's why he had all those social media pages. And
Hmm.
he talked about us being on social media, but he was the biggest. He was the social media king.
Yeah.
His shit was filled with pictures and scamming and what you call it, disillusionment,
Right.
false and fake shit that he wasn't even, half of them pictures he probably photoshopped those pictures, and so he'd use that to get his victims, and so now he mad. Because social media is talking about him now, so he used it for his benefit. But the difference is we're not scamming nobody. We're just talking about you. So, get out of here
Well,
with all of that.
I think he's also the biggest thing that's making him mad is like he's used to controlling the narrative. He has manicured and what's the right word for it?
Mhm.
He is what's the word? Y'all know the word, curated. He's curated his social
Mhm.
media to a way that didn't so much like it matched what Shirley was putting out. He's been able to curate it even before Shirley to a certain extent, before like the social media really bubble that came out in the last 10 or 15 years.
Mm.
He's curated it so it looks like a certain thing, that it isn't. I'm sure he's just pulling pictures offline, all these
Yeah.
getaway pictures.
But
And
do you notice when she talk about social media, you notice he don't really have nothing to say about that.
cuz he He knows he
He
doesn't
have
want
very
he.
few words. When she say something about social media, or she say something about these bloggers, he have very few words to say. She the one complaining about all of this, not him. Because social media, he knows the power of social media, and he knows what he done on social media. But I'm gonna go ahead and
Right.
let you speak, and then we'll give our last thoughts.
Lady Janice, that's Lady Janice made a comment. She said she diagnosed her with histrionic personality disorder. I have thought that too, um, cause
Lady
she
Janice or Chocolate Drop.
no Lady Janice
That was
says
Lady Denise.
That
yeah,
was Lady
she's
Janice when she.
said like she thinks Sonya has histrionic personality disorder, and I have seriously thought that too. If you look up histrionic, she likes the attention on this. Nobody asks her for a lot of this stuff, but I just want to kind of break down what he like the interaction after the call with Dre. Him, I don't know if Nesto was hurt or if Nesto, because Nesto seemed like he was thinking, like, damn, this is my last person. I'm really gonna be stuck with just Sonya. Like, if I piss him off, that's it and that's all. I really don't. I have no one else with access to money, and so his mind is just sitting there rattling and rolling because like from what was it, August or September? I can't remember when he found out that the calls. I think it was September that he found out the calls were
Yeah, the
online.
first call was August 29th, so
Amen.
it was
Okay,
Yeah,
September.
okay,
September.
so September he found out that like September she finally told him that the calls were because I'm sure she was googling like Shirley and Ernest's name every freaking day. So September he found out the calls and then
No, no,
he
no.
found
It
out.
was June. I'm sorry, because the Storm
No,
Monroe
no,
one was in June because
but the phone calls
right
from
because yeah
prison.
because remember right but the phone call but the first oh right that's right you're right that's right yep my bad
So
sorry.
from September, he thought it was going to be like a good thing. He was like, "Oh, really, really?" And he heard what Shirley said. He really thought he was about to have a book and all this stuff. Then he found out he allegedly got a raise. He really was in a panic from that point. Like I mean,
He
he
was
sat up.
salty boots.
Yeah, he was up all night when he found out, and then he's trying to drag Sonya into the. How you feel about this? How you feel about that? He's trying to figure out a way from the inside to get some money. Now, he had been telling her to get the GoFundMe. She didn't do that until after everybody had heard a large amount of calls, and got I think want to say got some video visits, but no, she did the Tasha K interview. Um, she really she screwed the pooch on that one. So after he got off the phone with Dre and he called her, his mind seemed to be racing. He's like, damn, like I'm really stuck with her. I have this is it and that's all. I'm I don't want to mess this up. This is the last person that'll be able to put some money on my books. This is the last person who I can really call just to have somewhat of a reminisce with or have a conversation with. Shirley's not going to answer the phone if Shirley hasn't changed her number. Um, Dion may or may not have money on the books. Dion ain't messing with Sonya like that. Lamont just said Lamont told him, "Yeah, I'll pay the bond when I get back from Neverland." It. He really was just sitting there, and he's warping every single thing that was said that he thought was said, or he can remember that said. Something's not right in his head to where he twists and turns the the things that people say and the things that he says. Everything has a double meaning to him. So I mean, he reads. So he's got. I want to say there's some sort of paranoia in him that he. I know he has a lot of anxiety, but there's some sort of paranoia in him that he reads more into it. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have if he doesn't have ADHD. Um, and there's something else that's with him that he twisted up what he got in there, and he's like, well, damn, I'm really really caught. Like no one else is gonna fuck with me, and to know that this woman is sitting here like he shouldn't get mad. No, you wasn't that bad. No, like
He
it
can't
just
handle the truth. That's what's wrong with. Ain't shit wrong with him, but he a scammer and he a liar and
No,
he can't handle the truth and he don't
Yep.
like telling the truth. That's the only thing I
I'm
can
not
see
Mhm.
giving
wrong
him
with
an
him.
excuse, but there is something wrong with him. There is something absolutely wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I call it personality disorders, and you know what? That's a part of you. You deal with people and their circumstances. Somebody like Nesto would never get near me. You know,
Habitual liar is what
right?
the disorder is.
A
He
hard headed
don't
little
lie.
boy
He's
didn't
lied
listen.
so much to
Hmm.
he actually believe his
Yeah.
own lies, and that's what a habitual liar is, and that's what's wrong with him. And he
Hmm.
can't remember the lie
Is
because
that
he's telling
habitual or
a lie.
pathological?
A pathological
Pathological.
habitual liar
Pathological.
is what he is. And when
Hmm.
you tell a lie, like I said, you can't remember the lie that you told. You just
Hmm.
can't. And
Hmm.
then, he wanna and then remember he wanna be a king and he wanna puff his chest out and he wanna act like he the man when he really ain't nothing. It remind me of Agent Orange. He do the same thing. He try to
Exactly.
play like he all of that and he's not anything and he don't know anything. And another thing, another what his problem is, Vicky, he's illiterate. And when I told you before,
Hmm.
when you're illiterate and you can't read and you can't really understand things, you don't really function like society function.
Hmm.
So you want to puff your chest out to make it seem like you're more than what you are. And really, all you are is just a scammer. And you don't want the truth to be revealed. It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Yep.
You don't want anybody to find out the real
Hmm.
you, who you really are. And you don't want nobody to find out the real truth of what you are. So that's what he's doing. He's so busy. He's constantly trying to fool everybody to make it seem like he's this, big man that drive nice, fine cars and got all this money and got all this clout and help all these people. And it's all a lie. It's everything is built on a lie. And I feel like that's the only thing wrong with him. He's just a habitual liar and a scammer.
listen,
Yeah, I
Freeway Ricky
agree.
Ross was illiterate,
Uh-huh. Yeah, but
and he was able to get a multi-million dollar business running. I mean, it was
so Vicky,
doing
I hate to
He
cut you
worked.
off. You missed the second part of what she said. Comprehension. See, illiteracy is just not being
Yeah.
able to read. It's comprehension. So
yeah, true.
Hmm.
Freeway Ricky Ross may not have been able to read, but he can understand concepts.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
And he was willing to
Yeah.
work. This fool don't want to work.
I love me
Yeah.
somebody
That's
said what
true.
I said.
I told you she's
I,
my
I, I,
hero. I
I'm
told
just
her that
saying,
many
Buckwheat
months
do
ago.
not want to work. He lazy.
You
He's
right.
lazy. He don't want to work, and he want the easy way out. And the easiest way out for him is to scam. He didn't even
According to
learn.
him, he
He
puts in
didn't.
work in the bedroom.
He didn't even. He didn't even.
He
You done made me
sounded like a
forget.
sloth
You
to
done made
me.
me
I
forget
would
my
have
train of thought.
listen. I would have that talk. I'm like, is that all it took for her to get
But that's
turned
and that's
out?
another thing though. That's another thing. I feel like he packing, and that's what he
Oh,
leads with. I really do. I really feel
uh,
like he packing, and a lot of times when guys are packing like that, that's what they lead with. He's
yeah,
been able
that's
to
fair.
use that. He's been able to use that and hypnotize these women, especially women that ain't had a man in a while.
Yeah, or he never ran across nothing like that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
ain't never had nothing like that. And then he giving them liquid V and he taking liquid V and everybody on the damn V. So yes, you're gonna be out your mind. And plus
Don't y'all let
some
don't
of
y'all
them he
let
done,
these men freak y'all out y'all money.
right, and some
But
of them he done gave them the big old. They never had none of that. And,
Yeah, I guess.
like you said, he go to work. He go to work and he work on their ass until he get that money. Cause that's what it
Yeah.
is. Cause the bottom
Sadly.
line is, it's all about the Benjamins. And it's all about
Mhm.
not having to work for the Benjamins. And like, oh, this was what I was gonna say. He didn't even learn a lesson when he was in jail. Not one time did he learn his lesson. And he's
Mm-mm.
been just like a lifetime career criminal. And that's your character. Why you talking about your character is your ass a criminal. A scamming criminal
Yeah.
is what your character is. And your character is you don't know how to tell the truth. You
Mhm.
don't know how to be honest. And you don't even know who you are because you lie so much. And you're a different person to different people.
Right.
And
Nesto's
everybody
right
is
where he needs to be.
Yes,
Exactly. So
yes,
don't feel sorry for him.
Yes, he is.
Don't feel
yes.
sorry for Dre because he's part of the
Nope.
organization.
Mm-hmm.
Dre has been on that RV. Everybody that he's associated with
Yeah.
has been on that damn RV, has taken advantage of Miss Strawberry one way or the other. They
Mm-hmm.
all kept all the secrets. All of them knew about Little Scooter, and nobody say, "Hey, sis,
Mm-mm.
psst, 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 sis, come here. Let me drop a nugget in your ear, sis." nobody say,
What?
nobody say, "Psst, come here."
Except her people, but she wouldn't believe in them. So
Mm-mm.
Well, no, he had got infiltrated that deep enough to where he had her thinking that people were jealous of evictions
mhm.
and missing cars and all that, and like him probably. I don't live in Atlanta. I can just imagine the reputation that the whispering that was going on behind her back in Atlanta.
Now that's who got a problem. If you want to diagnose somebody, diagnose that, because that's who got a problem,
That's a
in
whole
my
new
opinion.
lie. We got to save that for tomorrow. That's a whole-
Oh,
Yeah, because y'all know I can't be on StreamYard that long. And we going on 3 hours. So y'all give y'all,
mhm.
going to give y'all final thoughts because
let me
I'll be
let me
here all
jump in
night
because
talking about this food.
yeah, yeah, I got to let me jump in because I
And
gotta.
plus, some of y'all got to go to y'all black jobs. And at my
Mm,
time, it's like 10:50. You know, the time went up. So
yeah,
that's another
yeah.
thing. Y'all got to go to work. So y'all got to get
Mhm.
sleepy.
Yeah, let me say this because I was thinking about this and we've addressed it before, but I am so glad that the bigger blogs did not pick this up. And it could be said that Steve might have threw some dollars their way to stay away from this. But the point is now a couple of things. Now I know how Sonia and Nesto move. You really couldn't tell him nothing. I think it would have been it probably would have been more entertaining, but it would have inflated their egos. But it allowed us smaller, content creators and also people who like to talk about this topic to give us space to breathe. Because even Tasha K doesn't really take, she just kind of hits the headlines. So I say that because I call everybody in here that's in the chat because I see a lot of you guys in other people's chats. We're almost like Nesto files. So we know, if not, we know the basics, we know timelines, we can work together to suss all of this out. And that's why we sit here, like you said, I said what I said. This is like a soap opera. I stepped away because of even the moves that what you call the Orange Man is making, it's starting to affect my immediate family. I have a family member that's a federal worker, so real life, is starting to creep in. But I can use this as a safe space to kind of get away from all of that. So I do. I want to thank Nesto and Sonia for providing me with such entertainment. I hate that it was at the cost of Shirley, even though it could have been prevented. I said what I said, so don't think I'm being sympathetic to her. But it has also opened me up to a community of
Oh
ladies
no,
who
you
think
you
like
be
I do.
sympathetic whoever you want to be
Well,
sympathetic
no, but
to.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
I
no,
don't want y'all to. Yeah, this is just my
no,
opinion.
I want
Yeah,
to be
y'all
clear.
have
I
your own.
agree. No, I agree with everything you say. I
Yeah.
know Shirley's. I knew a Shirley growing up. I know exactly what Shirley's doing and why she does it, and I don't make any excuses for neither. The person I actually know, I even shake my head. But I just wanted to say though that I had said something very nice and sweet. I was talking about the chat. I think they all come in here, and no matter what, we can have a decent conversation. I go some other places here on the internet. People don't talk to you in the chat. Everybody's trying to get the attention of the person who's hosting the chat, or they're fighting in the chat, or it's just. I just love being around a mature group of women or and men, of individuals. So, like I always thank Lady T Bug for inviting me up on her porch. I like to thank you for inviting me to your kitchen table. And Vicky, I love your point of view and your perspective. Also, you too, Lady T Bug, and that's what I'm saying. We
You mean I said what I said?
I said, I don't know what I'm reading her. You know what I'm doing? I'm reading Lady T Bug's comments,
Y'all,
and
this
I'm
is
going to
the
say
I
Miss
said
Boogie
what I
down.
said. This the I said what I said channel. We'll be back on Lady T Bug's channel tomorrow. Y'all
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
tuned.
Don't be
But Bank
talking
has
about
called
other
me.
content creators
She
on your
has called.
channel.
Well, you can call Vicky and Lady T Bug name all night long, baby. They're
I
my
know. I'm
girls,
just
so
teasing.
it don't
I'm just
matter about that.
teasing.
But I guess for the replay people,
I'm
This is
teasing.
this
Yeah.
is the I said what I said channel, guys.
I was
Just
trying to
messing
say
with
Miss
Bank.
Boogie down, and I said what I said. Of
I love
course,
that.
it's all love, and I need to get on my game. But I will tell you my, and I'm really gonna shut up now. But I'm gonna say this to you. I said what I said because I think you'll get this. I'm struggling now with the content that I'm making. I do enjoy the Nesto stuff, but I'm being pulled more in not the heavy uh, politics, but the things I think us sisters, us Black women, need to know about what's going on and that can
Right.
help us. So I'm really kind of getting pulled. I'll get it together. I'm making a decision by Tuesday of how I'm going to start doing it. But I do want to start going live because you guys, you stepped out. I encouraged you to, and I said, go out there and do it. And then I look around, I'm not doing it. So if I want to
Yeah.
hold you guys to
It's
a standard, I need to follow suit. But thank you as usual.
No
I
problem.
think Bank. I'll go real quick. Thank you. I said what I said. Everybody in the chat, Bank. Thank you for your thoughtful words. And I said what I said. Like I said, you thank you for inviting me to your panel and being gracious. And I do want to thank Lady T Bug too for kind of like letting us congregate together, and then we all kind of spread out and understand, like helping understand ourselves and branch out. It is kind of this little pocket of YouTube where we are kind of focusing on. I mean, this is still true crime. I know a lot of people have stepped away from it because they're like, "Oh, there's no more story, there's no more information." No, there's calls that keep dropping because there's still information being dropped in these calls. So
Hmm.
he's being incriminated on a daily, if not on a daily basis, at least on a weekly basis. Some tea and some information has been dropped. And it's probably not just with his crimes. It's probably with some people who are involved in his crimes. I ain't gonna say no names. Somebody who has a ponytail though,
Mm.
and but I'm just saying it is what it is. And they may say, oh, they ain't got no lives. They ain't got no lives. I mean, we do have lives, but this is kind of like this is a getaway almost because it's a fascinating case. It's there's so many different things involved in this case. It's not just Shirley Strawberry. Shirley's out of the picture right now, so we don't really have anything new to discuss about her because she just kind of like she's living her life, and I give her props to that she's moved on quietly and she's moving like a ninja, just doing her thing. That's fine, but the little muskrat that is still hanging around, she's steadily incriminating them, and she's making the case. Although it's not about her, she's kind of making the case more interesting because she keeps dropping incriminating things. Whether it's true or not, the prosecution is listening.
That
We're
part.
listening, and the prosecution is listening. They're listening for, they know that she's involved in this somehow. They know that she's done some things afterwards. All these little steps and motion things that she's tried to put in motion, it can be used against him and used against her. So I'm just saying, it's still very much fascinating. And as always, it was a pleasure talking to you, ladies. Bank Miss Boogie
Yeah.
down. I said what I said. Y'all have a great evening, and let's have a great week and try to get some sleep because this losing an hour,
Right.
or
It ain't no
as
joke. I hate that. I wish they would leave the damn time alone. I really do. It may make me mad. I'm not even in the workforce anymore, but it's just making people, it's just messing people up. But I'm gonna digress about that because I can't do anything about it. But yeah, I get mad about that too, Vicky.
and as far as my channel goes, I don't know. I have the going live thing is like I can get on other people's channels, but like doing my own stuff, it gives me a little bit of anxiety. And then like the recorded content, it's a little bit harder to do editing and stuff. So I'm working on it. Bank, you and I gotta converse and come up with something like a schedule for each of us. So y'all have a good evening.
All right,
You
Vicky, and
too,
thank you
Becky,
for
Becky.
coming up. I appreciate you and Bank for coming up on the
Appreciate you,
panel.
Becky.
Thank you. You guys have a good night. Bye bye.
You too.
Mhm.
All right,
Hello.
Miss Boogie Down. Go for it.
No worries. Yeah, yeah. I mean, as always, it's yes, definitely giving a shout out to my virtual family. I said it months ago. I don't know if you remember it, but I heard you speak on Lady T Bugs, and I said, this is my hero right here because what I like is just the accountability. I get that sometimes these things can be interpreted as bashing the Shirleys, the Dre's, and everybody. I just feel like everybody is accountable for how
Mm-hmm.
this man is turning out. I don't feel that he can rule, quote unquote, this nation of idiots that he has surrounding him without their due diligence and support. And what I respect is the fact that this, we do have a safe space and we can come together as a collective. You always get a few people in the chat who run and they're like, oh, this channel is bashing Shirley. I don't look at it like that. I look at the fact that Shirley too needs to be held accountable. And I believe in the fact of accountability. And you and Lady T, I really, really credit you ladies because y'all do accountability. Even down to the fact where she had to remind me of something where she was like, well, Dre is Nesto's friend. And it's just like, so I've always said I've never been a fan of his because you said it, not me, that you knew that this man didn't genuinely love her. But when you're talking to her, you're sounding like you're such a good guy. And I've said it from the beginning. I don't think this dude is a good dude. I don't think he's as bad and as narcissistic or asymptomatic personality like Nesto, but I definitely don't put Dre as a good guy. That's just my opinion. That's how I feel. I feel like all these cast of characters, because if I got to show Shirley sympathy, then I have to show Sonia sympathy too, because if she does, realistically, I think we've all touched on that. If this woman really does have some sort of mental disorder, which I think we can all agree she does, she isn't fully accountable for her actions because her illness plays a lot into her poor decision making. So since I'm not going to do that and have sympathy for her, I can't have sympathy for Shirley either, because if I do that, then it's got to be fair across the board. I think when you're saying like these people are victims, technically she's a victim too. She's a victim of her own circumstances, things that have happened to her in her past. You can clearly hear she still suffers with just the asinine things that she fixes her mouth to say, being the mother of a daughter and having a granddaughter who clearly she's in their lives. She's a scary person to me because these young ladies at one form or another are going to go to her and need her. And unfortunately, from what we're seeing here, because of her illness that is gone undiagnosed, or if it has been diagnosed, is definitely going untreated, she's going to continue generational curses that she's pushing off onto others. And so this call tonight with Dre bringing it back to him, like I said, maybe it's my scales are off tonight. I don't know, but I felt no compassion for this man because at the end of the day, you had the mentality like, yeah, I know you're not a good person, but I thought you would leave me out of that. No, he's a horrible, narcissistic, asymptomatic personality individual. And that means anybody can get it. You've sat on the phone and listened to him talk negatively about his own kid, and you're a father. One thing I don't do in my personal life, you can say whatever you need to say about your kids. That's fine. It's nothing I can say about that, but I'm not going to sit up there and go along with that because I too am a mom. And I don't believe in talking negatively about our children. But when we see that they have negative flaws, what am I doing as a parent to help better this person so that they don't go down a certain path? That man doesn't care about anybody but himself. And so Dre got an experience to see you can get it too. And I'm glad you got to experience that. And your hurt and your despondent with this is more so because these calls are on the internet. And even though it's not millions of people listening like Sonia would have you to believe, just the mere fact that there are people who may be in your presence, whether they say something or not, you're embarrassed because you found out you too can get it. So I just like the call because it just put him in a place of reminding him of what this person is, which is a horrible person that he calls a friend. So I thank you for your openness to allow us to be able to express our what you call it, us to be able to express our
Opinions.
personal opinions and beliefs or whatever have you. And just for always opening up your panel. I appreciate you and what you're doing, and have a good one.
And thank you for coming up and always supporting me, Miss Boogie Down. And thank you for being on the panel, because I
Absolutely.
do appreciate everybody that come up and speak, because it do help the show. And people want to hear from you guys. You know, everybody want to hear what your opinion is. And I appreciate you guys coming up and giving me your opinion that way. But
And thank you for having us. Have a
oh,
good
it's no
one.
problem at all. You have a great night too.
Thank you.
Okay. So let me just get something straight. I don't feel sorry for anybody either. I've always said that Dre is Buckwheat's friend. So in my opinion, birds of a feather that flocks together. And so just like the opinion of a lot of you guys in the chat, all especially Miss Lady, and hey Miss Lady, thanks for joining us tonight. But everybody know who this dude is. He's not new to the game. He's true to the game, right? And he's always got game, and he's always been a scammer. And so I don't feel like Sonya have a mental problem either. I feel like she's just a foul person, and she has a lot of negative and a lot of hate in her heart, and she's just a hateful, nasty person. I don't feel like none of these people have a problem other than being scammers and just hating people and just being angry and mad at the world, because guess what, life didn't turn out the way that they wanted to. But you're the one who control your own destiny. Nobody have control of what you do, but you draw your own picture, and you have to live out your own picture. Nobody can make or break you. Life is what you make out of it, okay? And so you can't, so whatever life throws at you, don't get that mad at nobody but yourself, because you're the one who painting the picture, okay? We're just reading it and commentating on it. And so let me go ahead, and I feel sorry for nobody in this group, because everybody, most people in this group is either my age or older, everybody except for Dion. And to me, the only victim that I feel sorry for is his daughter and Sheridan. The two that's supposed to be friends, those are the only two people that I feel sorry for in this whole saga, because they were actually real victims, and they were, they're still young enough to not know what he really was trying to do, and how he can influence them, because number one, he's in authority. They looked at him as a father and a stepfather, and at the end of the day, Sheridan did respect him in the beginning. It's just that she found out who he was, and then that's when all of her disrespect left for him. But all the rest of them is just the FAFO moment for him, F around and find out moments. And so all of them thought that they were better than, all of them didn't feel, everybody in his circle, none of them felt like that he was going to treat them the way that he treated them. Okay. And so they all had to mess around and find out, and that's good for them. They need to find out. They needed to find out who he was. Unfortunately, they're just casualties of war, but maybe they'll choose their friends better. Maybe they'll look off into who they deal with and who they call a friend, because just because you know somebody for 30 years, once again, that doesn't make them a friend. Some people are just associates, and so you have to learn how to categorize your people and your crew. Okay, everybody is not your friend, and everybody that you deal with, some of them people, it's okay to put them in an associate bucket, because that's exactly what they are. You associate with them. You really don't know them. And for somebody, one of the panelists said that Liz Scooter was stigmatized, and I don't see how she could be that way, because she only was with this dude for what, 2 or 3 times. Let them tell a story. So I don't know how you can be all crazy or head over heels over that either. I think she's addicted to the fascination of the crime of him and the scam. I think she's addicted to the scams, is what I feel like. She's addicted to the things that she think that he can do for her. It's all a fantasy in her mind, and that's just my opinion on it. So let me read the rest of y'all comments, and then I'll let you go. So Miss Selena said the fact that it never crossed Dre's mind that Nesto would double cross him. No, it didn't cross any of their minds that he would double cross them, because They were friends to him and a wife to him, but he was never their friend. And so now they get to see who they really dealing with. Sunshine say it shouldn't hurt. He knows that man ain't shit. Well, it did hurt him. He act like he was gonna be. He act like he was crying when Buckwheat called Sunshine. Karen said, Miss Boogie Down, your avatar is everything. And Miss Selena said, Dre know Nesto is a snake, but didn't think Nesto would bite him. Right. If it walked like a duck and quacked like a duck, then 9 times out of 10, it's a duck, Miss Elena. Um, let's see. Chick-fil-A say he need to check his bitch, and he do, and he would never do that because he need her for whatever reason he feel like he need her for. Really, all she done is hurt his case, but he, I guess he need her to help take his case down some more. So Miss help push him down in the dirt some more because that's what she doing. Miss Selena say betrayal was never on Dre's mind. It wasn't. It wasn't on any of their minds, because, like I said, they all were loyal to him, but he's loyal to nobody but himself. Chocolate Drop say Nesto switched up on Dre like he wasn't shit. The 30-year friendship that he claimed was solid went out the window behind the side he, and he should be ashamed of himself. I guarantee you he's not ashamed of himself. He feel bad because Dre is the only one that got a job that could possibly give him some money, and that's what he feel bad about, because he feel like some of the money may be going out the door, just like he felt bad about Shirley leaving because the money was, once again, the purse was walking out the door. Miss Selena say as long as it's homie overholds, Dre was fine with it, and was. Like I said, nobody pulled Shirley coattail and told her, hey, this dude is messing with this lady. You may want to reconsider spending all of your money. Dre seemed slow to react. Cuss you out in his apron. That's a wrap. Chick-fil-A, that's what Dre feel. You seem like Dre can do that. He can cuss somebody out in his apron. Shelly say, right. Not only that, Vicky, Sonia is the person Dre is mad about. What would he want to say to her? What would he want to say anything to? Why would he want? I think you want to say, why would he want to say anything to her? That's right. He really don't have nothing to say to her, and I guarantee you when she called him, he probably didn't even pick up, and if he did pick up, it was okay, yeah, well, whatever, lady. Chocolate Drop say, I think that deep down Dre was considering helping him out. Initially he was, but as time went on, he was like, nah, something ain't right. So this call was the nail in the coffin, and it was a wrap. Yeah, so once again, little Scooter messed everything up for him like she's always messed up everything. And Sunshine say Dre was wrestling with everybody for Nesto, only to hear his partner talking shit about him behind his back. I'm gonna throw that in now, Miss Sunshine, and you're absolutely right about that. Um, really, Buckwheat made Dre clutch his pearls. Miss Selena say Nesto mouth is reckless, and he forgot he was being recorded. I don't know how he forgot that. Miss Busybody say Miss Thang is a daycare provider. She and her friend doing these videos with these kids acting up is too much. Oh wow. I hope not. Oh Lord. They got a video and they videoing kids? Oh my gosh. Lady Janice say Nesto used Dre like he did Shirley. Nesto could hide behind the image of Dre's legitimate business and Shirley's celebrity status. Exactly. And I think we spoke to you, Miss Lady Janice. Sunshine said Dre was going to talk to her sister, but he didn't want YouTube knowing. Oh, he was going to sneak and talk to her, Sunshine. Chocolate Drop said Sonia should have kept it real with Nesto about these calls and told him that all of these phone calls were being played on YouTube, every word, but she didn't care. She didn't choose. She loved mess. And at the end of the day, it was all about her. She didn't have time to talk about the calls, Chocolate Drop, because she was too busy being mad. Because she remember she told Dre not he can't read the comments, but yet and still she's staying up all night reading the comments and getting her feelings hurt because nobody liked her. And I don't know how she feel like somebody gonna like her when she messing with somebody's husband, and she know that they married. And then she trying to play like she just a friend. And then we heard the call when they was talking all that, doing all that sexual talking. So get out of here with all of that. Y'all not just friends. Lady Janice said, I think Dre is hurt because he thought there was some loyalty from Nesto. Nesto is not loyal to anybody. And Miss Boogie Down say, very good point, Chocolate Drop. Chick-fil-A say, I'm glad he's scared. Yeah, I feel like he's scared too. I think he, like Banks say, I think he's gonna be unalived in that place. And more than likely with natural causes. And also too, if them CP charges ever get indicted and if he ever, is found guilty for that, he's not gonna have a good time in jail, okay? He still may not have a nice free ride by scamming people because, you know, um, the world is big, but it's small, and you may have scammed somebody that you incarcerated with. You may have scammed their family, so that's probably why he's afraid of jail. Also, Dre, Lady Janice say, also, I think Dre is hurt because there's a lot of things that's revealing to him about Nesto. Not only is Nesto not a loyal friend, but these disgusting things are leaning to be true, and they are. And Dre don't want to he don't want to face reality. That's what his problem is. Yes, yep, because Nesto said on one call, I know what I'm against, and I have accepted my fate, and he need to, because he ain't getting out no time soon. Lady T-Bug said Dre know exactly who Nesto is. He just didn't like hearing Nesto talk about him and telling his business, especially to somebody who he don't even know. And now I don't think Dre would have been so upset if that would have been Shirley, but Dre seemed like he was more upset that Nesto was talking to Sonia about his business, and Sonya don't really even know who Dre is. And Chick-fil-A, and like he told him, you've always talked a lot, he said, but I just didn't think you would tell somebody that I didn't know nothing about. So Chick-fil-A say, yeah, Lady T-Bug, because he picked him up out of the woods in his Bentley. Yeah, anybody would have did that for a friend. And he didn't want to see his boy go down like that. Chocolate Drop said Nesto is just a fraud on every level, and Dre was no different than any other of his other victims. That's right. He was using everybody. He had a use for everybody, and he will use you till he can't use you no more. And Lady T-Bug say Dre has known him for 30 years, and he knows Nesto very well, and he do. So why is he all surprised? That's the part I don't get. I think Dre knew, but not to the extent that Nesto is being charged with, because Dre said, I got questions when you get out. We're going to go for a ride. Exactly. Even on some of when I'm doing these Dre Chronicles, Lady Janice, it's some other calls on here where Dre is actually kind of questioning Nesto, and he's basically telling him, well, some of the stuff, he said, I don't believe everything, but some of the stuff I'm surprised to hear, and I don't know if it's true or not. So, Dre really kind of questioned him on some of these calls. Lady T-Bug say facts, which I always focus on Shirley and Nesto. Yeah, I don't like talking about Sonya that much. Dre isn't hurt, he's pissed. Oh, okay, that's what it is, Lady T-Bug. Miss Sunshine say, Miss Boogie Down, I completely agree. Dre knew he didn't love Shirley, but married her anyway. He also knew about the ladies in the RV. That's right. And didn't say a word to Shirley. And so Lady T-Bug agreeing about Sonya calls. Yeah, nobody really want to, cover her that much. I know I don't. Nobody isn't going to save Nesto. That's too much money to give away. Nesto isn't trying to pay anybody back. He ain't got how the hell he gonna pay somebody back? His money train, his gravy train is gone, and he don't have any money, so I don't foresee him paying nobody back. Real, so I heard you. You're right, Miss Boogie Down. Who feels bad for Dre? Not me. Oh, Vicky, you feel bad? Well, y'all know how Vicky is. Vicky like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and she can see the good in everybody no matter what. Miss Alina say Dre always knows Nesto's true motivation for marrying Shirley, and he do. So that's what make him a piece of crap, in my opinion. Okay, and I've always said Dre wasn't about nothing. I feel bad for Dre run over Crocs, but Dre all right with me. He all right with me too, but I just know he ain't all of that because of the people that he keep company with. Okay, because he's guilty by association, in my opinion. You hang around a dude that's not no good, people gonna be looking at you side-eyed, and I'm sorry, but that's just, it is what it is. Real say all of his people thought he wouldn't F them. They all knew he was a scammer, right? And it was okay long as he was scamming everybody else, long as he didn't scam them. And they couldn't even see that he was scamming them, but they see now. Dre was choked up. He was mad that he couldn't curse Nesto out. Yeah, he was mad about that because he told him I can't talk to you the way I really want to talk to you. Chick-fil-A, let's not run over Cross, not to run over Crocs, right? And Chick-fil-A say he's embarrassed. Uh, Miss Selena say Dre was audibly choked up. He was. Like I said, he sounded like he was crying when Nesto called him. I can see he embarrassed. Lady Janice say, I don't feel bad for Dre, but I understand the disappointment. Dre found out Nesto is not loyal. I don't think Dre knew that Nesto was operating at this level. No, he knew he wasn't doing he knew he was doing some unorthodox things, but he didn't know it was to the level of of scamming people out of $1 million, up to $1 million anyway, allegedly. Karen said, I keep saying Dre and Lamont were down with the mess. Look at all the pics of him skinning and grinning in those pics, right? Laughing and kikiing. He made a choice and got burnt. That's right. She said, I need to hear Vicky. I missed her statement. So you heard what she said. And Chick-fil-A say, well, that's that's what Dre get for trusting Nesto. He'll say Team Shirley, but support Nesto cheating. So he's even. That's right. He played like he was on Shirley's side, but he was okay with Sonia and never tapped Shirley's shoulder about Sonia. Yes, he knew all of that. He sure did. Did. Dre didn't care. He was working and living his life. Real say, remember Dre said, I don't think how you're going to get out of this mess. So he knows Nesto wasn't shit. That's right. He knew he wasn't gonna be able to get out. And Dre knew he had his eye on someone else. And Shelly C is speaking to Real. And Real, if I didn't speak to you, hey, how you doing? And thanks for joining us. I think when men talk, of course, they talk about who they love, and who they don't love. Don't make them a snake, in my opinion. That's men talk. But when it comes to loyalty, Dre thought Nesto was loyal. Yes, Lady Janice, he did. And he messed around and found out. Dre wanted to go to parties, trips, and free me out. Right, because Buckwheat used to pull. I hardly feel Buckwheat used to be the mouthpiece for Dre. And Dre so much said it on one call. That's the problem. Everyone let Nesto get away with everything, says Lady T-Bug. And they do. Nobody hold them accountable for anything. And Dre thought Nesto was loyal to him as a friend, and he did. Dre didn't think anything he already said. He don't hear from Nesto like that, right? So why would he think he's such a friend if he don't hear from him like that? He know he gonna talk about him. And Nesto makes her feel like she's above the wife. Of course he do, because he need her for this and that and the other. Lady T-Bug, yep, he rarely calls or do things with Dre. That's right. He more closer to Lamont, in my opinion, than he is Dre. And that's because allegedly Lamont is probably doing some of the shenanigans with him. I got some lady friends that's no good to their men, but they have been loyal as friend to a fault. I have no worries of them changing me. Okay, Lady Janice, stop telling your friends business. Lady Miss Boogie said, Lady T-Bug, that's what I'm saying about Dre hearing from Nesto. And Lady T-Bug say Dre barely talks to him. Real say Sonya acted like she was the only one he was messing around on his wife with. They all are his victims. I say willful victims. That some of them are willful victims. Real, even though they were victims, they still wanted to be one. Nesto would try and scam Jesus if he could. You think so, Real? I think he is trying to scam Jesus, and that's why he's always talking about God gonna bless me, God gonna bless me. So he's trying to fool God also in this saga. He really has multiple personalities in that bird brain head of hers. Oh, she do. So you're talking about Sonya do. Dre was more disappointed than anything. I have friends that we don't talk much, but I know the strength of their friendship. They are loyal, of the loyal Shirley Strawberry. Yes, they all bowed down to him, but they also didn't pay that bond. Right, Chick-fil-A. I think Dre wanted to talk to him face to face. He didn't want to get into the details over the phone. And Lady T-Bug say, Neil, Dre wanted to talk to him face to face. Real said the reason no one makes him accountable is they are being scammed by him. The dumbest man outsmarted them. That's why come I say he ain't that stupid. Real. Chick-fil-A say he's guilty of all of them. Chocolate Drop say I agree. Bankless Scooter has has me quite concerned about her for real, because her behavior throughout this entire ordeal is giving me mental. He never asked Lamont for a lot of money. I don't care who you are, I'm not coming off that type of money. Right. He already knew Lamont didn't have no money. Lamont said things was hard since he been locked up. I don't think Lady T Buck said I don't think talking about someone makes them a victim. Chocolate Drop agreed with her, with Lady T Bug, and she said, I diagnosed her, Lady Janice said, histrionic personality disorder, a mental health condition that involves an intense desire for attention. People with HPD may behave dramatically or inappropriately to get attention. But I can agree with that, Lady Janice. Now she do act that way. I wasn't shocked. It was gossip. It was just words. Symptoms of HPD, having swallowed emotions that change quickly, being very concerned with physical appearance, thinking relationships with each other with others are closer than what they are. Right. Well, y'all, that do describe her, Lady Janice. And yes, he was, say Lady T Bug. Vicky agrees. And Real say, times have changed. Nobody's going to do time for anybody these days. That's right. Ain't nobody gonna do that. And that's why come Erica hurry up and flip. And I would have too. Lady Janice say all of that. I mean, Chocolate Drop say all of that mixed with schizophrenia, bipolar, and manic. She's a whole hot mess. Social media is dragging and piecing his crimes together. That's right. And Miss Lady is speaking to everybody. And Lady T Bug say, I don't think he understood how bad it was until he was indicted. Yeah, because it was all kiki and ha, and he was, he always thought he was gonna get out until January hit, and those new crimes hit. That's when it got real for him. Lady Janice always say that. Chocolate Drop say, and she's a narcissist, and is. Chick-fil-A say, Lady T-Bug, well, they tried to warn his ass. They did, but he didn't want to hear it. He didn't believe nobody. And Lady say, oh, child, I'm late going to hit the rewind. Uh, yeah, Miss Lady, we've been here for a minute. Lady Janice absolutely can't leave that out. And Real say, I said what I said. Yes, he understands the power of social media. She's just stupid and wants to be smarter than everybody else. She do. I can see that. Lady Janice said, Nesto should have gotten a psychiatric evaluation and pled guilty and pled not guilty by mental disease or defect. But Nesto Pride refused to admit he has a mental disorder. Shit, I would have had one just for these charges. At the end of the day, Lady Janice, even if I'm not mental, I would have been taking medicine and say, hey, y'all, I'm crazy. Lady T Bug says something isn't right with him. Pathological, Vicky says he's a pathological liar. Lady Janice says Shirley and that new contract had him pressed, and it did, yeah, because he knew he knew that purse was gone. Real say he even tried to play Jesus card. The problem with him is he can't stay on point long enough to make it work. Victor DeVille say he is pathology to be a liar. I don't think that's what you're trying to say, but that's what it's reading. Miss Lady say this is the last chance for Sonia to have a piece of a man after Nesto. This is it. Shh. Well, sh- she already don't have no man, okay? Because that man is locked up, so I don't know how she calling him a man. Miss Alina say someone with a past like Nesto shouldn't have made it past Shirley's filter. Exactly. Uh, like Miss Alina say, bingo, I said what I said. Miss Lady agreed with me when y'all probably agree with me when I said there ain't nothing wrong with him but just being a scammer and a liar and he can't handle the truth. Oh yeah, so that's what Lady T Bug said. So I guess that's what y'all was agreeing with. He can't read, write, or enunciate well. He can't. Facts, he doesn't want to work. That's Yeah, he don't want to work. He lazy. He said he don't like to work hard. And got mad at Dion, said being washing cars was too hard for Dion. That was hard manual labor, is what he said when Dion got the car wash. So Real said Nesto can be a short-term scammer, but he can't play the long game because he doesn't have the IQ for it. He couldn't play the game at all. He needed Erica to do what he was doing. Lady T Bug say, excuse me, he's lazy. He's too lazy to be a drug dealer. He is. He don't want to work like that. Cause drug dealers stay up all night. They work hard. They really do. To me, they work harder than regular people do on their black jobs. They work day and night, and they don't get holidays off. Or the sick time. Miss Selena say Nesto's estrangements from his own children. Yeah, his own kids don't even really speak to him. Miss Lady say exactly. He put a lot of energy into scamming people, and he could have went to a regular job instead of doing all of that. Miss Lady. Sometimes when you're doing wrong, it's easier just go get your 8 to 5 and be done with it, and get your days off and some sick time and some vacation time, and you putting some into the Social Security system so you can have some when you get old, because that will happen one day. Miss Alina say, if it's too good, everybody done had it. Right. He makes a lot. He may have a bat, but he ain't got no balls. All righty then, real cross country cruiser. Hey, how you doing today? Miss Alina says you don't have to marry a community peen. I don't get it. No. Miss Alina say sample and move on. Some people don't, some people want it every day, Miss Alina. Shirley Divorce say Nesto can't read, comprehend anything, and neither does Sonia. Right. No souvenirs. Something is broken in Shirley. She is 70 and still working because her job allows her to be in the spotlight where she is validated and accepted. She doesn't have to live her brokenness. Well, and also too, she don't work that hard. And a lot of times, some of the stars, and I'm not saying she's, A-list star, I always call her a Z-list star. But sometimes when people in the entertainment field like that or media, they do work past, the regular age of retirement. Shirley is the rich man in the relationship. Right. I said what I said, bingo, about Shirley needs to be diagnosed. And she do. Lady T-Bug said, Lady Janice, she can't afford to retire. She can't, because this dude took her down to zero. Lady T-Bug, I agree, but I believe it's deeper with Shirley. I done diagnosed her too. Okay, well, let's hopefully I can get to that diagnosis. Lady T-Bug says something in Shirley isn't right. Miss Boogie Down agreeing. She say that's facts, Lady Janice. And Lady Janice say the little girl in Shirley is broken. I don't know why. She had a nice childhood. And I guess I can't say that because I wasn't there, so I don't really know. But Karen say her self worth was in a man instead of herself and her kids and grandkids. Because most people pour into their children, they really do, and because to a lot of people, Karen, family is everything. To some people. Lady T Bug said you're always welcome. I will speak for the both of us. That's when Bank was calling calling this the Lady T Bug channel. Lady Janice said, Karen, yes, and it's themed from her childhood. Real say, I really think all of them knew who Nesto was. They just didn't think he would F them. That's right. I will be back with Ponytail series. Oh, you coming back tomorrow, Lady T-Bug? The Truth Teller Squads. Yeah, this is the Truth Telling Squad. Miss Lady said, Miss Alina said Nesto should not have gotten past Shirley filters. Well, I don't know. Shirley should have did a background check, especially with the position that she's in. Shirley said, I agree with you, Bank. A great group. It is. And Lady Janice said Dre didn't know any about Sonya on one of old call. Nesto introduced Dre to Sonya on the call. Right. Dre didn't know who she was. Dion didn't know who she was at first. Miss Lady said a professional, educated woman. I don't get how. I don't either, Miss Selena. Love you, Vicky, saying Miss Lady T-Bug. And Miss Selena said this is Women History Month. Awesome live, fabulous panel. Thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. And Miss Selena say if this saga has helped women understand and avoid men like Nesto, I'm grateful. Well, I hope it has. I really do. And I don't know if you guys look at my videos or not, but I put some videos up about romance scamming and regular scamming, just in case somebody need to know the signs or may have started a new relationship or whatever. I got the information. It's not something that's my opinion. I got the information from AI, so it's accurate information if you guys want to go and look at that, because everybody needs to know the signs of a scammer, for real, for real. Nobody want to be in this position. Real say, I'll be interested in the story until he finally is baptized. I will too, Real. Until that ninja go to court and they drop what and they give him what they give him, I'm gonna stay tuned, and I will be tuning in. So M Tate say they are definitely listening. Oh yeah, they definitely listening. And Bonitail continues to act out over there with Bible lady. Well, chocolate drop. That's what she get. You know, they act like they hate. They act like they got a love-hate relationship too. I've never seen two friends act the way that they act. Lady Janice say, Lady T-Bug, why was I singing Jesus be a fence around my edges every day? Jesus said that is not how that song go. I said, I'm going to end up in hell messing with Lady T-Bug. Oh, with that Edge song. And Shelly C said, thank you for joining us tonight. Truth Telling Squad has been lit. Subscribe and hit the like button on your way out. Finally, we get to the end of the comments. Miss Helena said this saga has helped many women understand that women like Sonia are pervasive throughout the Black community. I hope not, Miss Helena. I hope it's not that many Black women that's like her out there. Karen said, I said what I said. Have a good one. Always enjoyed you ladies. Your opinion are always entertainment, and I appreciate all of you and the respect you give to us in the chat. No problem. Chick-fil-A say, yes, this time throws me off. Yeah, I hate this time. Miss Selena say this saga has helped many women recognize and avoid relationship scams. I hope so. I really, really wholeheartedly do. Because that's really one of the reasons why I like doing this, just so that women can understand what's out there. And it's not only Buckwheat a scammer, it's a lot of scammers out there, ladies. A lot. Old, middle age, and young. Okay. They come in all shape, forms, and fashions. Okay. It's no exception to the rules when it comes to scamming, especially over the internet and over the phone or email. 9 times out of 10, you're probably getting scammed if somebody try to start a relationship, even on social media. Most times those are scams. If you don't meet a ninja in person, and even in person, you got to get them checked out. Just really, if you're going to date somebody, pay that $1 and go on to get them checked out. It don't cost that much. Or is your self-worth and your sanity, it's worth whatever the cost it is to get the background information from anybody, man and woman. Lady Janice said, I love the case study of the mental and spiritual aspect of it. Bank said, yes, ma'am, Victor DeVale. And okay, you guys are just saying good night to everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and do the outro music, and then I'll highlight the rest of the good nights. And you guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming out to listen, to hear what I have to say. And if you're on the replay, please leave a comment, share the content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you guys later on this week. Good night, everybody, and have a good night.
Join the channel, it's what you need. True crime stories, secrets they'll feed. Say that gossip and political heat. I said what I said, bring to me. Truth comes, but we're never late, yeah. Diamond stories inside fate, oh no. But the progress their voices speak. Tune in now, indulge every week. Who's in the spotlight, who to the fall? We got the scoops, we covering it all. From high society to those secret calls. I said what I said, stories that will sprawl, yeah. Truth telling squad, we're never late. Oh, no stone unturned, we're here to relate. Well, once you let, welcome to the channel, it's a bubble streak. Subscribe and join the channel every week, yeah. Join the channel, it's what you need. True crime stories, secrets they'll feed. Say that gossip and political heat. I said what I said, bring to me. Truth to schools, we cover it all. From high society to those secret calls. I said when I said stories that will sprawl, yeah. Truth turns wild, we never